and how I am going to planning that capacity. Okay, so how the system will plan that capacity. Okay, how we can see the capacity for the work centers. Okay, that also we are going to see in detail. Then different MFG process, like yes, this depend on the different what is the output or the FG production. Sorry, finished product you are producing in your company. So accordingly, the process you are following, we have to apply the this process, this repetitive, discrete, or variant configuration. You are saying that you are order based. So generally, this is the discrete manufacturing, okay, because this is your order based company, right? So you are discrete manufacturing. Then production order scenarios. Okay, so suppose you are applying discrete manufacturing, so you have to be you are using the production order. So in that case, so how the production order execution will happen? That is the you have to first schedule the production order, then you have to execute, or you can say the confirmation, and then the production order settlement. Okay, so this is the production execution. Fundamentals. Okay. So we will see that because this part we already see. Okay, so what is the business? How the business structure? Okay, business architecture would be there. Okay, so these are the initial points we should know. Okay, when we are implementing SAP or any ERP system, there are different SAP ERP systems, right? So SAP is one of the ERP system. So before implementing ERP system, you should know about the what is the architecture for business architecture for that particular ERP system. Okay, so business architecture include your hardware infrastructure, your database systems, core business logics, okay, and the different functional modules. Okay, so functional modules like HR, SD, PP, QM, MM, FI. Okay, so these are the basic functional modules. Okay, that also we have to be understand. Okay, then client user interface application, and the end users. Okay, so end users are using this application through the different laptops or computers or mobiles, right? So but this is the detailed business architecture that we have to be keep in mind. Okay, so these are the phases or the for we have to follow for during the implementation. When you do the SAP ERP implementations, then we have to follow these steps. Okay, so this is the project preparation, business blueprint, project realization, final preparation, go live, and production support. You are now implementing, right? So you are also facing the same. Means you are also going through these steps now as you are implementing the SAP over there.
Yes,
Okay, so now which phase we are going?
we are about to start the UAT from this coming week.
Okay, it's in the project realization, UAT, right? So
Yeah.
your business blueprint is done. Okay.
Yes.
Your what are the different what you can say the reports you have to be designed, newly custom reports or process is already configured, and now you are going to test that one, right? Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So these are yes, you are saying something.
No, no, no. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see the first what are the different activities we are going to do this one in the project preparation, business blueprint. Okay, so you are also implementing. So do you know what are the activities you've done or the in this during these phases? Initial project preparation.
Yes.
Okay. So so you are the part of the core team or what?
Yes, we are both the part of core team.
Okay, okay. So during the project preparation, we are doing we are generally do the infrastructure setup. Okay, the infrastructure setup means your servers, your LAN connectivity, your computers, your room setup. Okay, and the alignment of the different teams, right? So who would be the different teams for different modules? Okay, that's set up under the project preparation. Along with that, we are also preparing the meetings with the client, with the business. Okay, so we are implementing the SAP, but what are the current process are there as is process, we can call it as a as is process. Okay, and what would be the to be process? Okay, so this is the situation, these are the my process, but I want to be map into the SAP. Okay, so what would be the my to be process that we have to map into the project preparation. Okay, and accordingly we can see, yeah, there is a this process are going to be implemented. This is the, yeah, we can do that one, fit and gap we can say, and some process we can't implement in the SAP because the SAP is not providing the standard solution. So in that case we see that, yeah, this is the gap. Okay, so we have to do the some custom enhancement or custom solution for that. Okay, so this has been identified into the project preparation. Okay, right. Then secondly, you are going to do the business blueprint. So once you have identified what are the business process I am going to implement into the SAP, okay, that we have to document. Okay, that detailed
Yeah.
documentation we have to do, and we have to take sign off from the your business sets or the business experts, right? So this process
Yes.
we are going to implement. Okay, and these are the final process. Okay, that is the done into the business blueprint. Then along with that, parallelly also we identify the master data, which master data we have to upload. Okay, in all the modules. Okay, just not in the PP. The PPT will prepare for the PP master data. Okay, or some material management team will do the for the material. PM will do for the PM. Okay, accordingly, so they will also identify which master data they have to prepare. They have to prepare the templates, gather the data from the business. Okay, ready the that preparation templates, and then they had to get the approval also for that particular template, data templates, right? So these things will
Yes.
done into the this one project realization. Also along with that, what are the custom reports? So SAP is not giving some reports as a standard, right? So what we have to do, we have to do the some custom reports, okay, as per the business requirement. Okay, so that also identification will done into the project realization, and that development will start into the project realization. Okay, in the final preparation, we have to complete the UAT and all, right? So we have already completed the UAT, and we have to be get the sign off from the business that this business process has been mapped. Required configuration has been set up. Okay, and we are good to go. Okay, we have tested the process. We are okay from the outside. Also, user has tested, done the UAT, and they have to provide the UAT sign off. Okay, so that we can march for the go live. Okay. Then in the after the complete setup, okay, we go live in the system. Okay, because all these things we are doing into the development system and quality system. Now we have to move these changes, move all this data into the production system. So that is the on the go live date. Okay, so on the go live, we'll push all this data into the production system. Okay, in the and since the again from the go live date, you can access the production server. End user can start the do all the activities in production environment, in the SAP production environment. Okay, and after that, during the we have to give the production support because the system is new, users are new. Okay, so they might make some mistakes or some data is not is mismatching. Okay, in that case, we have to be the implementer or the particular service provider has to do the production support. So there are might be some super users. Okay, they can also help on that one. Okay, to the end users. Okay, so this is the in short the SAP ERP implementation steps. Okay, while implementing the SAP. Okay, do you have any question on this one, Ashish?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Then S4 HANA. Okay, so then what is the S4 HANA? Okay, how it is different from the ECC, that we are going to see. So S4 HANA is launched in 2015. Okay, and it is the next generation business suite. Okay, so this is nothing but the upgrade of the existing ECC to the next level. Okay, so this is the next business generation business suite. Okay, we call it as a S4 HANA. Okay, so S4 HANA, what the S4 HANA, how it is differentiate from the ECC. Okay, so in the S4 HANA, we can see the different changes, okay, or the different upgradation. Like here, for example, we have the Fury, SAP UI5 Fury. Okay, this is also one of the feature which is enhanced into the S4 HANA. Okay, so what is the Fury? Fury is a web link through which we can access the SAP. Okay, but in Fury there are different in the SAP we are running the transactions, right? You know the SAP, right? The PM also you have some IW21, okay, IE01, right? Create equipment, display equipment, right? So like that you are running the transaction, right? To create maintenance order you are doing the IW21, display IW23, right? Like that only. So we have to run the transaction into the SAP. Okay, but in the SAP Fury there are different tabs, just like apps in our mobile. Okay, so that apps we can just click and that transaction will open in the front end. Okay, so that is called just like that the SAP Fury has been designed, because SAP Fury has a greater user experience. Okay, because just like a mobile app, they can just click on that particular transaction will open. Okay, so that is also advantage of in the S4 HANA. Okay, then S4 HANA, S4 HANA platform, we can apply or we can access the data on the through the different devices like mobile phone, tabs, laptop. Okay, so this accessible is also very great into the S4 HANA. Also, in S4 HANA, they have given the on-premise and the cloud editions. Okay, then what is the on-premise and cloud edition? That also we are going to see here. Okay, so this is the different between the implementation strategies of the ECC and yeah. So you can see here on-premise is the what we can say. The on-premise means we can just like the ECC implementation, we can do the implementation where server is. We can know we have the server in our company. Okay, and we can do all the setup. Okay, on our way, or the customer has to do all the setup. Okay, so that is on-premise. Okay, and in the cloud means the you have not to be so we can say the server is not with you. Okay, so all the data are in cloud or stored in somewhere. Okay, somewhere else. Okay, you have to just pay for that. Okay, that is called the SAP on cloud. Okay, so you can see this one Activate methodology. Okay, this screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the new method or the new methodology SAP has introduced for the S4 HANA implementation. That is called the SAP Activate methodology. Okay, initially we saw SAP ASAP methodology that we are doing while implementing ECC. Okay, so this is the SAP Activate methodology for SAP S4 HANA. So here you can see the different phases like discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, and run. Okay, so these are the different stages, just like the ASAP methodology, Activate methodology also have the different phases. Okay, so that we have to be we can during the implementation we have to follow. Okay, so in each phase, just like in SAP methodology, we have to during this particular stage we have to be do the certain state of activities. Okay. Then Activate methodology also have the three main components. Okay, that we are going to see. Like what this is the additional advantage of the S4HANA. Okay, in ECC this part was not there. Okay, so because you are new to the SAP S4HANA implementation, you don't have any experience, but SAP is giving some guidance. Okay, through these different components like best practices. Okay, so they have readily configured some business process. Okay, they have readily configured business process based on the industry based expert. Suppose you have paper industries, so for that industries, though if any other industries have implemented S4HANA, then they have the such cases. Okay, readily configured business process. Okay, how we can refer that process. Okay, this is called the best practice. We can report the process and accordingly we can implement the process in our business. So this is called the best practices, and these best practices are available on the SAP portal. Okay. Then the methodology. So how we can, this is the SAP give us some guidance. Okay, to how you can accelerate or how you can implement your SAP in a easier way or in some less time. Okay, for that they give some the uh, guidance. That is the methodology they are providing. Then guided configuration. They have also some industry specific solutions. Okay, they have already the configuration had done so to the industry specific. Okay, and we can just take that help. Okay, for to do our configuration. Suppose for example, I have to configure my SAP business scenario. Okay, from certainly, so I have some scenario that is production order confirmation. Okay, so how I production order confirmation in my industry. Okay, so according to I will follow or refer that configuration. So before do the configuration, basic configuration in the system. So how I can do for my industries? What are the guided configuration given? Accordingly, I can make the configuration in the system. Okay, so that I can execute easily my business process. Okay, so these are the three main components they have given. Okay. Then in SAP S4HANA, we can do the implementation in different ways. Okay, like new implementation. You want to be implement from scratch. Okay, you don't want to be existing interface system. Okay, and you want to be new implementation. That is also called as the greenfield implementation. Okay, from the in the greenfield implementation or the new implementation, you have to know all the things newly. Your system is totally new. Okay, all the things you have to build the data tables newly. You configure your business process. You have to means you are not going to refer the your old system in the case. Then system conversion means just you are what you are doing. Just system conversion and landscape transformation is similar. Okay, just we are referring to our old system. Our old system will remain the same, but just we are just transforming the existing customization what we did into the SEC that we are going to we implement again in the production. Okay, but we are using the S4 HANA methodology. Okay, what are the new in the S4 HANA that we are using? Your code would be in the S4 way. Your configuration would be in the S4 way. Okay, so that is what the system configurations. Okay, in this three way we can implement the SAP S4 HANA. Okay, so this is the short introduction of the what is the means SAP and ECC difference. Okay, so
Yes.
we'll also come through this one. We will see the more differences between the ECC and S4 HANA. Okay, okay. So you have any question on this one?
No, it is clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me open the sheet then. You can see my Excel sheet.
No, sir.
Okay, let me share again.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the something. Okay, we saw the introduction part to the ERP. Okay, so this part, what we can say, infrastructure I will show as well. Okay, because infrastructure, you know about something about the infrastructure. What is infrastructure?
Yes, sir. Yeah, actually, we are low. We know little bit about.
Sorry, your voice is too low.
I am saying that we have knowledge of enterprise structure a little bit,
Okay, okay.
like hierarchy, company code, company.
Right, right, exactly. Yeah,
In
that is
terms,
the first thing.
we know in terms of plant maintenance hierarchy, not in terms of
Okay, okay. So generally, this is the structure that generally done by the finance team or what we can say the material management team. Okay, so this is the basic structure. Okay, so that also I am going to show you. Okay, but before that, I just want to know the what is the exactly I want to just introduce you. The what are the what is the core areas or the what is the core data which are in scope for the production planning. That I just want to Okay, then we'll go for the enterprise structure also. So what is enterprise structure? How we can define that? What the different terms are there? How we can in terms of the plant maintenance? How we can maintain their maintenance plan? Right, your maintenance different objects. Right, how we can do that one? That we will see later. Okay, we'll just go for first one thing is the master data, which are the uh, master data with respect to the production planning. Okay, that we are going to see. So first one is the first thing is the master data like material. Okay, so the material is very common. So material is a not a specific master data for people. It is not model specific. Okay, because material is belong to all the it will handled by all the departments, right? So the material here we can maintain the data along with the production planning. We have to maintain the data for quality management, global data, material management data, sales data, FI data, CO data, or we can say the if you have the warehouse management, right? So that warehouse management data, that also we have to maintain over there. Okay, so means all the this is the maintained by all the departments. But generally what happens in the company, there is one dedicated team for the material maintenance or the master data, we can call it the master data team. So whatever the master data we have to create, we have to just reach out to them. You have to ask them, and then they will create that one. Okay, so we're going to see this one, what is the master data. Okay, and what are the different transactions, okay, that we have to be execute to create the master data. Okay, so let me go on the SAP screen. Okay, so you can see my SAP screen.
Yeah.
Okay, you are familiar with this screen, right? This is the SAP
Yes.
screen. Okay, so the material master, suppose MM03 is the transaction to display the material. Okay, so you can also see my Excel sheet as well, or no? You can see my Excel sheet as well.
No, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you can see the SAP screen as well.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So for material master, if you want to display the material, the transaction is MM03. Change, if you want to change the material, this is the MM02, and if you want to create the material, it is a MM01. Okay, so these three are transactions that we have to use. Suppose we are going to see the any one material. These are the materials are there: repair, fat cement, handle bar, chassis bar, MTO. Okay, so can you just click on this one? Material 52, 1995. Yeah, can you double click on this? Yes, double click on this. No, go back. Go back. These are the materials are there: repair, fat cement, handle bar, go back. MTO. Okay. So can you just click on this one? The material document. Material 52, 1995. Yeah. Can you double click on this? Yes. Double click on this. Okay. Quantity. Go back. Yeah, yeah. Just hold here. Then there is one button. Okay, setting layout. You know the layout. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, click over there. No, no, no. Beside that. Beside that. Beside that. Yeah, no, beside that. Go back. Yeah, yeah. Just hold here. No, no, no. Then there is one that, on the left side button. Okay, left side layout. No, no. You know the layout beside. Just beside. Yeah, yeah. This square with color. Yeah, click over there. Color square. And this one. No, no, no. Beside that. Beside that. Yeah. Beside that. One position. Yeah, no, beside that. Go back. Yeah, yeah. Just hold here. No, no, no. Position. Then there is beside one left side button. Okay, left side order. Layout. No, no, order. Layout beside. Just beside one. I think fourth. Yeah, yeah. This square with color. Yeah, click over there. Color. Okay. Or color square. Below. And this one. No, no, no. Beside that. Beside that. Yeah. Beside one position. Yeah, and beside that. Go back. Yeah, yeah. Just hold here. One position. Then there is beside that left side button. Okay, left side order. Layout. Order. Layout beside. Just beside one. I think fourth. Yeah, yeah. This square with color. Yeah, click over there. Color. Or color square. Below. And this one. No, no, no. Beside that. Beside that. Yeah. Beside one position. Yeah, and beside that. Go back. Yeah, yeah. Just hold here. Just put the then on the order. Left side button. Okay, left side order. Layout. Order. Layout beside. Just beside one. In the is order. Square with color. Yeah, click over there. Color. Color square. The material. No. Beside that. Beside that. Yeah. Beside that position. Yeah, and beside that. Go back. Yeah, just hold here. Order. Then right side order. Left side button. Right side. Left side order. Layout. Order. Layout beside. Just beside one. In the Click over there and then click on the ascending material, ascending, you know, below that line. Click on the before that, you can click on that sphere, na, colorful sphere. Inside that, again send order and click on the button just left to that. Yeah. Okay, I think there is nothing. Order has been created. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll do one thing. Just go back. Just go back. Okay. Or I will show you the material. Okay, no problem. I will show in my system. Then you can see. Okay.
So, should I stop the screen?
Stop your screen. I will show you my screen. Okay. So you can see my screen now. So how we can see the material master? Suppose I have the forget about this. Okay, which I'm just accessing the tables to find out the materials because I don't know the plant. Okay. Okay, so suppose this is the FG material. Okay, this is the FG material in this plant 1710 is the plant. Okay, and this is the FG material. This is finished product material. So there are different types of materials. Okay, so I will show you that. Suppose we'll go here /OMM03. Okay, so we'll start from the material. What is the material? What are types of the material? What is the uses of the material? Okay, and how we can use that material, process that material. That we are going to see. So first we'll see what is the material. Okay, well, suppose this is the finished good products. Okay, so this is the finished product, FG material. We will see first what is the FG material. To create the FG material, what are the different, what we can say, different views we have to maintain. Okay, so if I click over there, then I can see the different views. Okay, so if I go, I select all, just select all. Okay, then we can see we have to put the plant over here 1710. The material is okay. Yeah, so these are the different views we have to maintain while creating the material. Okay, so these basic data 1, basic data 2 are the global views. Global views means what? These views can be used for all the plants. Okay, means if the material is available in our company, in our organization, so there are the 10 plants. Okay, and in the 10 plants, if this material is available, then we can use this data in all the 10 plants. Okay, but some of the views which are plant specific views. Okay, so that we can maintain that plant specific data into that views. That also we are going to see. The first one is the basic data 1 and basic data 2. So in the basic data, generally we use base unit of measure of that material. What is the what is the base unit of measure for that material? That we are going to see in this one. Okay. So suppose in this case the PC is the, you can see over here as well. Okay. So these are you can see the different measurements are there. Okay. But we are choosing only that which is appropriate for that particular material. Okay. Or suppose your box. Okay. You are producing the paper box. The paper box is always in each. Okay. Or suppose your product is in liquid form. That would be under the some liter. Okay. So like that. Okay. So accordingly we have to choose the base unit of measurement. Okay, so this is the unit of measurement. Okay, now here we can see the material is FG or what. So if you click on this icon, you can see this icon.
Yes.
Okay, so here you can see what is the material type. Okay, that is FER. FERT means finished product. Okay, or industry sector. Okay, so that also we have to define while creating the material. So we will also create one material at that time. We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the base unit of measurement we have to define. Then material group. Okay. So we can see the material group. Different material groups are there. Okay. So then what is the material group? So if you want some documentation on this one, just if you click over here, just click this material group and do the F1. Okay. If you do the F1, then you can see some documentation or some information about this one. What is the material group? The key that used to group together several materials or services with the same attributes. Okay, with the same attributes to assign them to the particular material group. Okay, so the material group is nothing but just grouping the materials which have the same attributes or the same characteristics. Okay, that come under the material group, and that we can assign that material group into the material master.
Yes.
After that, there are certain other information as well, but we're going to see that the important information for the materials, basic data. Then also we can maintain the dimension of that material. Means what would be the gross weight of that material, what would be the net weight, what would be the volume, what is the size and dimensions. Okay, if that information we have, then we have to use that one. Then where is this information is going to use? Okay, this information is going to use when you are doing any purchase order, sales order, or when you are dispatching the material to the customer. At that time, this information is used. Okay. So this is about the basic data. Then basic data too. So basic data, there is not any mandatory things that we have to be add, but yeah, we can add some documents over here. Means suppose design drawing or design documentation. If you want to be add for that material, we can do. So in some systems or in some ECC or in some business, there is system DMS that is called data management system. Okay, so that is interlinked with the SAP. Okay, in that case, we can use this. Okay, document. or then again the sales organization. Okay, so this is the sales data. Okay. So here also we can maintain the so this data can be used during the sales processing, the sales order processing, order delivery processing, like that. So these are the some of the plant specific data. You can see this is plant specific data. This data can be changed plant to plant. So when the plant specific data will be there, then the plant will come here. Okay, suppose for example, if you see, we can't see the plant because this is not the plant specific data. The basic data is also not plant specific data. Okay, that's why we can't see a plant. But when you see, click on this one, sales organization 2, or this one, sales general, you can see the plant because this is the plant specific data, and this can be changed plant to plant in the company. So this data is the shipping data, means all this data related to the sales. Okay, so transportation group or loading group, this is the sales related data. So this is for information only. Okay, this may mainly used for the sales processing. Then what data is relevant to production planning, that we are going to see. MRP1. Okay, so this MRP1, MRP2, MRP3, and MRP4. Okay, these are the most important views from the production planning perspective. Okay, so you should know what are the different values we are maintaining in these 4 products, 4 views. Okay, and what is the importance of that particular fields. Okay, that you should know. Along with that, you can also know this one, like work scheduling view. Can't see area. Okay, then if it's not there, then we can create. Okay, because this is the important view for the material master from the production planning perspective. Okay, so then what is the MRP1? Okay, so you are clear about this one, different views. Okay, or you have any doubts on this?
No, it is good.
Okay. Then MRP1. Okay, so MRP1, here we are maintaining this data is come from the basic data only. You see, okay, here we can maintain the MRP group. Okay, then just like we saw the material group, right? So what is the MRP group? So this is also an important field. Okay, so what is the MRP group? So MRP group contains all the material from the point of view of MRP for assigning special control parameters for the total planning run. Okay, so in short, what is the MRP group? This MRP group is also grouping the materials, okay, which having the same attributes with respect to planning. Okay, and again, so you are good with Hindi, right? No? Somehow,
Yeah.
if you are not understanding, okay, so I will explain in Hindi as well. Okay, if you are asking me, yeah, please, so I can do that one. So suppose okay, so planning अगर किसी मटेरियल का अगर कुछ 10 मटेरियल है, ओके, तो उनका प्लानिंग का पैरामीटर्स अगर सेम है, राइट, सो उस 10 मटेरियल को हम एक ही एमआरपी ग्रुप असाइन कर सकते हैं. तो इसका फायदा क्या है कि सपोज वी कैन डू द प्लानिंग और एमआरपी रन फॉर विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट एमआरपी ग्रुप. हमने उस एमआरपी ग्रुप का अगर प्लानिंग रन किया, एमआरपी रन किया, तो वो 10 मटेरियल का भी हो जाएगा बिकॉज दे हैव द सेम एट्रीब्यूट्स. ओके, सो दैट पर्पस दिस एमआरपी ग्रुप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, इसके अलावा इस एमआरपी ग्रुप में और भी कुछ पैरामीटर्स होते हैं, लाइक स्ट्रैटेजी ग्रुप, कंजम्पशन मोड एंड प्लानिंग होरिजन. ओके, तो अभी ये स्ट्रैटेजी ग्रुप क्या है, कंजम्पशन मोड कहाँ डिफाइन करते हैं, इसका यूज क्या है, वो हम डिटेल में देखेंगे. अभी जैसे वो पैरामीटर्स आएंगे हम देखेंगे, लेकिन ये पैरामीटर्स भी हम इसमें एमआरपी ग्रुप में यूज कर सकते हैं. ओके, and this is the this is the customization we have to do. यानी कि हम इसको कैसे define करेंगे MRP group. So that is the customization that we can do. Okay. देन परचेसिंग ग्रुप. ओके, सो परचेसिंग ग्रुप क्या होता है कि अगर हमको ये मटेरियल कहाँ से परचेस करना है, तो जिस यहाँ पर डिफिनेशन कर देखते हैं इसका पहले कि फॉर अ बायर और ग्रुप ऑफ बायर्स हु आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर सर्टन परचेसिंग एक्टिविटीज. तो दिस इज ऑल्सो वी आर जस्ट सपोज एक बायर है, एक बायर से हम 10 मटेरियल्स परचेस करते हैं, ठीक है ना. तो उस बायर का एक कोड रहेगा. ओके, उसके अंदर हम क्या करेंगे, तो उस मटेरियल को एज अ परचेसिंग ग्रुप करके उस कोड को असाइन करेंगे. ओके, ताकि व्हेन दे डू द क्रिएट द परचेस रिक्विजिशंस, ओके, तो हम उसको बाइफरकेट कर सकते हैं. दिस विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर परचेस डिपार्टमेंट. ओके, व्हेन दे परचेसिंग द मटेरियल फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड वेंडर.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Then the plant specific material status. ओके, सो अभी कुछ मटेरियल होते हैं, हमको पता है कि जो मटेरियल विच आर कुछ एक्टिव होते हैं, कुछ नॉन एक्टिव होते हैं, कुछ ऑब्सोलेट होते हैं, कुछ डिलीटेड होते हैं, कुछ अंडर डिजाइन होते हैं, राइट. सो अकॉर्डिंगली वी कैन सेट अप द स्टेटस. मीन्स इस मटेरियल का प्लांट में क्या स्टेटस है. सो इफ यू गो हियर, सो वी कैन सी द डिफरेंट स्टेटसेस लाइक ब्लॉक फॉर प्रोक्योरमेंट, डिजाइन एंड प्लान, phase out, obsolete. Okay, okay, so there are different statuses. Okay, or restrict processing, like that. So use, अगर this is in use, then we can use. Yeah, we can use. So अगर उसका obsolete, phase out, block status रहेगा, तो system इस material को consider नहीं करेगी. किसी भी we can't create the production order for that. We can't plan for that material because this is not active material in short. Okay, so that also we have to check first, this is material active or not, ये हमको check करना पड़ता है. This is in the MRP menu. Okay, then apart from the general data, we have to maintain the some MRP procedures as well. So then why we have to need these MRP procedures? So these MRP procedures we are using while running the MRPs. Okay, these MRP procedures are helping while running the planning or doing the MRP run. Okay, that is used during the MRP process. Okay, then what are the different things we have to maintain for during the MRP process? This is the MRP type, reorder point, planning time frames, MRP controller. Okay, so these are the different parameters that we have to be maintaining MRP procedure. So do you have any doubt in the Shashi and Ashish on this MRP group or purchasing group?
No.
You understand?
It is right here.
Yeah. The next one is your MRP type. So what is the MRP type? Okay. So can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the MRP type? So key that determines whether and how the material is planned. Okay. यानी कि ये मटेरियल आप कैसे प्लान करने वाले हो, लाइक थ्रू दिस, इससे हम ये डिसाइड करते हैं कि हम ये प्लान मटेरियल कैसे प्लान करने वाले हैं, राइट. सो देयर आर डिफरेंट मेथड्स ऑफ द MRP. ओके, लाइक वी कैन से द मैनुअल रीऑर्डर पॉइंट प्लानिंग, ऑटोमेटिक रीऑर्डर पॉइंट प्लानिंग, forecast based planning, material requirement planning with forecast for unplanned consumption, master production scheduling, demand driven replacement. Okay, so there are different types, okay, through which we can create the material. Sorry, we can run the MRP. Okay. So we are also going to see in detail. So MRP का जब हम सेशन लेंगे मटेरियल रिक्वायरमेंट प्लानिंग का, तो उस टाइम पे हम डिटेल में ये सब देखेंगे, राइट? सो हाउ द MRP विल हेल्प. So इसके कौन से डिफरेंट टाइप्स रहते हैं फिर मटेरियल के MRP टाइप. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ द MRP? So you can see here D1 time sorry, demand driven replacement, or M0 to M4. So these are used for the MPS means master production scheduling. Then if you don't want to plan any material, okay, so in that case you can use the no planning. I don't want to plan this material, so you can straight away put the no planning over there. Then the forecast consumption. Some material are planned as a forecast consumptions through the forecasting, or generally we use this as a PD. This PD, forecast consumption no planning time phase. Okay, just we are doing this one. Or some manual reorder point planning. Okay, so in the manual reorder point planning we can use this one, V1, V2, VB. So in detail when you are going to see that one, now we will see like MPS, master production scheduling, or your what we can say the reorder point planning, forecast planning. At that time we will see the how these are impacting these different types in your planning. Okay, if I use M1, then how it will impact our planning. If I use PD or if I use VB, so how it is differentiating the planning results, that we are going to see. Okay.
Yeah.
Then reorder point planning. Reorder point. Okay, so this will be used when you are using the MRP type as a reorder point. Okay, so you see, we saw right over here. This one, reorder point, V1, V2, VB, these are the reorder point planning. Okay. In that case, we have to maintain the reorder point. Okay. So what is the importance of this reorder point? So if you maintain some particular reorder point planning, so system will trigger the MRP once that level goes below that reorder point planning. Okay, means suppose they are saying 100, so इस मटेरियल का रिवॉर्डर पॉइंट 100 है, तो ये हमको मंगाना पड़ेगा कस्टमर से, या इसका प्रोडक्शन करना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो व्हेन यू डू द MRP, सिस्टम विल क्रिएट द परचेज रिक्विजिशन. Okay, so that's why we have to maintain the reorder point plan. Then planning time phase. Planning time phase generally we used or maintain. Okay, so that system will do not make any automatic changes during that period. Okay, suppose for example इस मैंने यहाँ पे मैंने 10 लिख दिया, इसका मतलब होता है 10 days. ओके, यानी कि मैंने कुछ प्लान किया है सिस्टम में कि नेक्स्ट वीक में मैंने कुछ ऑर्डर प्लान किए हैं, ये डेट पे ये होगा, ये डेट पे होगा, ये डेट पे होगा, लेकिन मुझे इसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना है, क्योंकि अगर किसी ने MRP रन कर दिया तो सिस्टम क्या करेगा, एज पर द अवेलेबल कैपेसिटी फिर से वो क्या करेगा, ऑर्डर का डेट चेंज करेगा. दैट आई डोंट वांट टू डू दैट वन. मेरे प्लानिंग को कुछ टच नहीं करे, तो इसलिए मैं क्या करता हूँ, इस मटेरियल का जब भी मैं प्लानिंग करूंगा तो 10 डेज तक इसको कुछ ऑटोमेटिक चेंजेस नहीं होनी चाहिए. I can do the manual changes, but automatic changes नहीं होने चाहिए मार्केट में. So that's why we are do the planning phase. यहाँ पे maintain करते हैं, ठीक है? That also we are going to see during the MRP. Okay?
Yeah.
Then MRP controller. Okay, so what is the MRP controller? The MRP controller are the different values. In the MRP controller, we can maintain the particular person name as well. Okay, who is responsible? In short, this MRP controller controls the planning of this material. कहने कि इस मटेरियल को मुझे कैसे प्लान करना है, कब प्लान करना है, Okay, that is controlled by through the MRP controller. Okay, so this MRP controller, same MRP controller is responsible for multiple materials, hundreds of materials. ओके उसका प्लानिंग कौन करेगा? ये एमआरपी कंट्रोलर करेगा. तो उसके लिए हमको यहाँ पे वैल्यूज मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा. हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस? सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन सी हियर, दिस इज सम ऑफ द name of the persons. Mandy Richer or Brenda is in Negri. Okay, these are the responsible persons. What they will always take a look over this one. They plan this material in the better way. Okay, okay, or they can run the MRP for this. Okay, so for that, what we have to maintain the this value. Okay, or in the reporting purpose also, if I don't, someone wants to know what are these materials or particular under the particular MRP control, how many materials come, that report also we can fetch. Or suppose we want to run the MRP for what is, because I am responsible for 100 material, I just want to run the MRP for my the materials which I am observing. Okay, so then I can do the MRP run for those materials only. Okay, so means MRP controller specific MRP run also we can do. Okay, so that's why we have to maintain the MRP controller. The next is a lot size data. Okay, so lot size data. So lot size means what? When we are purchasing the material from the vendor. Okay, so so system when you do the MRP, so system कैसे decide करेगा कि कौन सा lot चाहिए? ठीक है, आपका रिक्वायरमेंट अगर 1000 है तो आपको 1000 में ही वो लाना है, उससे कम लाना है, उससे ज़्यादा लाना है, या फिर इसको एक बार ही लाना है, वीकली लाना है, मंथली लाना है, वो कैसे डिसाइड होगा? उसको हम डिसाइड कर सकते हैं लॉट साइज से. दैट इज कॉल्ड द बाय डिफाइनिंग द लॉट साइज डेटा, लाइक लॉट साइजिंग प्रोसीजर्स. ओके, तो ये लॉट साइजिंग प्रोसीजर हमको डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा कि मैंने जितना डिमांड किया है उतना ही आएगा, या उससे ज़्यादा आएगा, उससे कम आएगा. ओके, वो डिसाइड होता है लॉट साइज डेटा से. तो इसीलिए फर्स्ट वी हैव टू मेंटेन द लॉट साइज प्रोसीजर्स. देन व्हाट इज द लॉट साइज प्रोसीजर्स? Okay. So the key that determines which lot sizing procedures the system uses within the material planning to calculate the quantity to be procured or produced. Okay, so यानी कि ये डिसाइड होता है कि जो भी मैं मटेरियल बाहर से मंगा रहा हूँ या आई एम प्रोड्यूसिंग इनसाइड आवर कंपनी. सपोज आप आपके मशीन पे जो ये करने वाले हो, प्रोड्यूस करने वाले हो, वो कितने लॉट में होना चाहिए, वो भी डिसाइड करता है दिस लॉट साइजिंग प्रोसीजर से. ठीक है, so that's why, so there are, so then for lot sizing procedures there are different lot sizing procedures. If you go here, then you can see there are 3 different types of lot sizing procedures. That is the static lot sizing, period lot sizing, and optimum lot sizing. Okay, then what will be the come under the your, what we can say, the static lot sizing procedures. So this one extract lot size or fixed spread lot size, you can see here. Okay, yeah, we can see here. Okay, so this is the EX, lot for lot order quantity or fixed order quantity. These are the different lot sizing procedures are there. Or period based lot sizing means like these are the static lot sizing, fixed order, lot for lot sizing. Okay, so these are the static. Okay, but this period based like monthly, weekly, okay, or period lot size, you go to posting period. Okay, so these are the period based lot size or daily lot size. These are also period based lot sizing procedures. Or weekly, this is also period based lot sizing procedures. Also, if you are maintaining this replacement up to the maximum level, okay, if you are doing this one, then to support this, we have to also maintain these values, minimum lot size, okay, or maximum lot size. And okay, suppose I have order quantity 100, okay, but suppose मुझे 100 का है, लेकिन मेरा minimum quantity 100 का रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगा, तो मिनिमम क्वांटिटी 50 आना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम क्वांटिटी 100 आना चाहिए, वो जो हम यहाँ पे डिफाइन करेंगे. तो सिस्टम विल नॉट क्रिएट द ऑर्डर फॉर द 10 क्वांटिटी 20 क्वांटिटी. अगर शॉर्टेज रहेगा तो वो क्या करेगा, मिनिमम 50 का ऑर्डर बनाएगा या मैक्सिमम 100 का ऑर्डर बनाएगा. वो जो है दैट इज द बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट, क्योंकि मेरा क्वांटिटी जो है वो ऐसा नहीं 10 क्वांटिटी के लिए भी ऑर्डर बना है, वो 10 क्वांटिटी को लेके, क्योंकि उसको लाने में भी दैट विल नॉट फिजिबल. ओके, तो क्या करेगा सिस्टम इन दैट केस, उसका परचेज रिक्वेशन भी बनाएगा, तो कम से कम इतने क्वांटिटी का बनेगा या ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इतना बनेगा. दैट विल कंसिडर, दैट विल बी डिसाइडेड थ्रू दिस वैल्यूज. ओके, जो हम यहाँ पे मटेरियल मास्टर में, इसलिए जो मटेरियल मास्टर में हम जो भी वैल्यूज डालते हैं, irrespective of what is the MRP type, what is the lot sizing procedure, what is the MRP controller, that will impact on your planning, execution, reporting. तो ये जो वैल्यूज हैं इसको हमको सोच के डालना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, क्योंकि this will impacting on your all the things, because this is the basic data. Your master data is the base for all your planning, all your execution. Okay. Then MRP areas. So the MRP areas we are going to see during the MRP, okay, because that will be more understandable when we see, when we do that one. Okay. Do one transaction code. See, you can see my screen, right? MM60 is there. Okay, this is the transaction. MM60. Okay. Here you have to what is your plant? Suppose your plant is 1995. You are showing that one plant, or my plant is 1710. I don't know the material. What I'll do, I'll just do this one. Put the plant. Okay, next. I get all the material in that plant. Okay. Also, I can bifurcate by the material type. Okay. So here is the material type. If I go here and do the sorting, then I can see these are the different material types. These are the raw materials. These are the finished good materials. If you are one, these are all the finished good materials. These are the different HUW type of materials. Okay, there are different types of materials. This is ROH materials. Okay, so mainly we are using ROH, packaging, SFG or FG materials.
Yeah.
Also, we can create our own material type also. Okay, so standard material types SAP has given is the ROH, FERT, finished product, HALP. Okay, these are the standard material types that SAP has been provided, but or VRP for packaging material. But for our purpose or as per your business need, if suppose some organization wants some their material type should be different. Okay, their configuration should be different. So in that case, they what is do they will Z material types. You can see there, right? Some Z material types are there. So these are the G are the material types which are we can configure. So, but before that, we have to add the Z. Okay, because this is our specific requirement material type. That's why we have configured this one. So through this transaction, you can note down this transaction. Okay, MM60, and in MM60 you can put the plant. Then you can get the all the materials. Okay.
It is mentioned in the Excel sheet that you were showing, MM60.
Sorry.
Is it mentioned in the Excel sheet that you were showing, MM60?
That I don't know. MM60. Yeah, I will add the word. So this is the material. MM60. Okay, this is the material list. Okay, so this is about the MRP1 units. Okay, then the same way MRP2. Okay, so this is also production planning specific view. Okay, here we have to maintain the data like MRP2. So just like MRP1, in the MRP2 also we have to maintain certain data. Okay, so like procurement type or scheduling or net requirement calculation parameters. Okay, so that we have to maintain over here. Like procurement type. Okay, so in the procurement we have to maintain how we are going to procure this material. Okay, how system will know. So what is the procurement type, or how is it the we are going to in the we are manufacturing in our company, or we are buying from the supplier. So system will come to know through these procurements. Okay, so what procurement type you have mentioned, what special procurement you have to mention. SAP screen. Okay, you can see my SAP screen.
Yes.
Okay. So here in the procurement, we have to maintain the procurement parameters. Okay. So what are the different parameters or the procurement types? Okay. So you can see this is the E means in-house production. F means external procurement. Blank means no procurement, and X means both type procurement types. Okay. So these procurement types we can maintain. Okay. So in the case of the in-house production, so plan order will create. Okay, when you do the MRP run, so plan order will create. When you are maintaining the F, it means you are purchasing the material from the outside vendor. Okay, so this material has been procured by the outside vendor. F means external procurement. Or X means what? Means sometimes what happens, we are procuring the material in our company, and also we are getting from the suppliers. Okay, so this type of we can call it the X. Okay, so you have any experience on this one, such type of materials which are procuring from both the sides, both the types in your company?
No. No.
Okay, yeah. So what type of material should be that, like finished products? Okay, so sometimes what happens, customer will give us the order. Okay, they need some material, some quantity in some period. Okay, but we don't have the capacity, right? In our company we don't have the capacity to produce so much of material. So in that case, what we will do, we will produce some percentage of material in our company, and some percentage we are giving the order to some third party or subcontractor. Okay, so they will produce on the behalf of us that material, and they will supply to us, and again we supply that material to the customers. In that case, we have to maintain the both procurement types. In the both procurement type, system will create plan orders as well as purchase requisitions. Okay. Then special procurement. Okay, so sometimes what happens, we have to be procure some materials with some special procurements. Means like for example, along with that E, X, F, we have to maintain the special procurement like consignments. Okay, or the external procurement from the vendors, subcontracting. Okay, to the some subcontracting materials. Okay, or stock transfer. Stock transfer means from one plant to another plant. Okay, or stock transfer from the plant to MRP area. Okay, so that is also different special document we have to maintain, or it is a phantom assembly. Okay, though this material is a phantom assembly, that special document also we have to maintain. Okay, so you know what is a phantom assembly? You heard about this
No,
word? Okay. So
no.
phantom assembly means this material is virtual materials. Okay, means this material has the no cost. This material is only used in the planning. Okay, so it is means this material is used, okay, for planning purpose only. This has a no cost. Okay, so then why we are creating this material? Because just we want to be create the orders, and we can plan the rest of the materials which are under this material. For example, engine of the any vehicle. Okay, so engine is the material. Okay, so this is only planning purpose, because we want to be plan the components which are used into the engine engine assembly. Okay, because that parts we have to plan. So we are creating the engine assembly. Okay, but that actually what to engine assembly, what the different parts we require, that we have to plan, that we have to purchase from the different vendors. Okay, so these materials are called the phantom assemblies, phantom materials. Then in the procurement area, we can also maintain the production storage location, different storage locations. Okay, that may be the production storage location, or your storage location for the EP means for the external procurement materials. Okay, so that also we are maintaining the here. So production storage location, generally when we do the what we can say, a production confirmation. Okay, where our finish, in short, where our finished product is going to store. Okay, and from the store you can dispatch to customer. Okay, then batch entry. So you can see here batch. We can see these different fields, values you can maintain. For example, blank means batch in good issue, no confirmation is required. So first thing is, do you know about the batch? What is the batch?
Batch
That,
is
that
a, you can say, a quantity of material that is manufactured, at a time.
uh, yeah, we can manufacture in a lot.
Yeah,
Okay,
lot.
specific lot. That lot has a traceability, or that lot
Yes.
has a particular number. You
Yeah.
can give any example. You know, any day-to-day basis we have the examples.
For example, like you earlier quoted, Nestle order, right? So there might be some particular GSM. Basically, paper is manufactured based upon GSM, right? So we can produce, say for example, 30 metric ton of 240 GSM. That will be a lot. Then when the specification of the FG changes, then for example, say 40 tons of 340 GSM, that will be a different lot, like this.
Okay. Yeah, yes, yeah, that is also correct. But in our day-to-day life, we are dealing with the different medicines, right? So any
Yeah.
medicine, okay, has the batch, right? It has the manufacturing date, it has the expiry date, right? So that batch, this material is produced in this batch, because this batch is very useful when you want to be trace that material. Suppose if any they found any defect, customer found any defect, and they reported back to the customer care that this product has the defect. Then how we can they can trace that, because they have the thousands and lakhs of products, medicine they are producing. They are tracing that
Yes.
batch. This batch, because in the batch they have the date of manufacturing. Okay, when it was manufactured. Okay, at what time it was manufactured. Okay, so that also we can trace it out. Okay, so that's why. So the this is the one of the function of the batches. So in the material
Yes.
master, we can mention these batch entries. Like you want to be manual batch determination, when you want the so If that material is batch determined material, okay, then when this batch should trigger. Okay, so like this, batch determination required upon release of the order, batch not required in production process order, confirmation required, automatic batch determination upon release of the order. So this is the thing we can maintain over here. Okay. The next part is also you can see here the co-product. Okay, so if the product is a co-product, then you can tick here, check mark here. So then what is the co-product? Okay, so if you just click over here, then you can see the indicator you can use to specify the material can also use as a co-product. So what is the co-product? What is the concept of the co-product? So while manufacturing the main product, main finished product, there are certain products are get generated automatically. Okay, for example, in the sugar manufacturing, sugar factories, okay, you know, the byproduct is the or co-product is the ethanol. Okay, they have to be, they are not intention to create the ethanol, but this is the co-product or byproduct. Okay, their manufacturing is the main finished good is the sugar. Okay, so such products are the created or generated during the manufacture of the main product. So that is also co-products. You can care part as a co-product or byproduct. Okay. Then scheduling. Okay. So after that, we have to maintain some scheduling parameters as well. Okay. So why you have to maintain the scheduling parameters? Because these are used to calculate your production order dates or your plan order dates. So suppose I want to create or manufacture a certain quantity, 1,000 quantities. Okay. So if I want to place the order, then what would be the duration of that order? So means how much time I need to manufacture that material, 1,000 material. Okay. So that at that time system will check all these dates, scheduling dates means in-house production. Suppose in-house production I need 2 days. Okay, or suppose I am taking this material from the outside vendor, then GR processing time. So I मुझे GR करने में इतना time लगता है इससे. Okay, और plan delivery time. Okay, so suppose मैंने order किया तो इसको deliver करने में इतना time लगेगा. Right? So these days has been considered during your scheduling of the order. Okay. Then we have to maintain the scheduling margin key. Okay, scheduling margin key. Then what is the scheduling margin key? So scheduling margin key, you can see here.
Okay.
Okay, the schedule lines or you can say schedule margin key. Okay, अब यहाँ पे आप you can see here schedule margin key. Okay, just like this one, you can see in the scheduling margin key there are 4 parameters or the 4 values you can maintain. According to that, we can maintain the different schedule margin keys. Suppose, for example, schedule margin key is 001. Here, the opening period is 10 days. Float after production is 1 day. Float before production is 2 days. And release period is 5 days. Okay. So, when we are maintaining this any value for the schedule margin key, accordingly, this will applicable. Suppose I maintain 002. Then system will consider the opening period as a 2 days. Float after production is 01. Float before production is 01. and the release period is 01. Then what is the meaning of this one, or why we have to maintain all these days here? Okay, and how it is play a role while scheduling the order. Okay, so if you can see this document, okay, which I am sharing here, you can see in detail. Okay, so we are maintaining the opening periods. Then what is the opening period? So the opening period represents the number of the work days that are subtracted from the order start date in order to determine the order creation date. Okay, so जब भी system order create करने जाएगा तो it will check what is the opening period. Okay, so what will do, so वो क्या करेगा कि आपका जो भी डेज आपने मेंटेन किए हैं 10 days फॉर एग्जांपल, ओके, सो वो क्या करेगा, इट इज सब्ट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम द ऑर्डर स्टार्ट डेट. ओके, तो ऑर्डर स्टार्ट डेट कब है उससे 10 days सब्ट्रैक्ट करेगा और उसके बाद ऑर्डर क्रिएट करेगा, बिकॉज सिस्टम हैज डिफाइंड दे नीड द ओपनिंग पीरियड एट सो मच 10 days. ओके, आफ्टर दैट it will check the float before production, just like this one here. You have maintained float before production. Okay, float before production, so much days. Okay, so what is the meaning of the float before production? The float before production represents the number of work days that are planned as a float between the order start date and the production start date. On one hand, this float is intended to guarantee that delays in staging a material do not delay the production start. On the other hand, the production dates can be brought forward by means of the float to cope up with the capacity bottlenecks. Okay, it means that ये float क्यों देते हैं? Because it should not hamper the customer promise date. Okay, क्योंकि हमने कस्टमर को प्रॉमिस किया है कि हम इस डेट को देंगे, राइट, लेकिन कुछ डिले होता है, कुछ इश्यूज होते हैं, उसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि हमारा प्रोडक्शन का स्टार्ट डेट इधर उधर हो सकता है, तो इसलिए हमें फ्लोट्स देते हैं ताकि सिस्टम ऑफ फ्लोट्स कंसीडर करेगा, हाँ या तो दिस इज द प्लान स्टार्ट डेट, बट प्रोडक्शन का स्टार्ट डेट कब होना चाहिए वो फ्लोट करता है, हाँ 01 days, तो इट विल क्रिएट द और इट विल कैलकुलेट द प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट डेट. ओके, इन द सिमिलर वे वी कैन मेंटेन द फ्लोट आफ्टर प्रोडक्शन. ओके, so ये क्या होता है, दिस इज फ्लोट बिफोर प्रोडक्शन इज फॉर द स्टार्ट डेट एंड फ्लोट आफ्टर प्रोडक्शन इज फॉर द एंड डेट. ओके, इन द सेम वे सिस्टम विल कैलकुलेट द प्लान्ड फिनिश डेट एंड टारगेट फिनिश डेट. ओके, एज पर द फ्लोट डेज यू हैव मेंटेन. ओके, सो ये दिस इज द क्वेश्चन फॉर सपोज दिस इज द क्वेश्चन फॉर योर प्रोडक्शन. ओके, ताकि आपका ऑर्डर इधर इधर हो जाएगा, लेकिन वो आपका कस्टमर ने आपने जो डिलीवरी डेट आपने उसको प्रॉमिस किया है दैट विल नॉट वायलेट. ओके, तो इसीलिए हमको ये फ्लोट जो है मेंटेन करने पड़ते हैं. ओके, अभी हम जब ऑर्डर क्रिएट करेंगे एक्चुअल में इन सिस्टम, एट दैट टाइम विल एग्जैक्टली गेट नो दैट हाउ इट इज एप्लीकेबल. ओके, एप्लीकेबल कब होता है, कैसे होता है, राइट, दैट विल सी. ओके, then release period. Okay, so the release period represents the number of work days that are subtracted from the order start date in order to determine the production order release. Okay, so अभी अपना actual production कब start होता है, जब उस order को release करते हैं, right? अगर order release नहीं रहेगा तो release कहाँ पे देख सकते हैं? I will show that release as well. Okay, so production order अभी हमने एक देखा था, वहाँ पे release एक बटन रहता है. I will show that as well. So suppose I will go back. Another screen. Okay, yeah. This production order, you can see here this button. If I change this order, go in change mode. Okay, so so you can see this one release order. After releasing only I can start the production. After releasing only I can do the confirmation of this production order. Okay, because initially status क्या रहता है order का created. Okay, but once I do the release, so मेरा order का start date है, suppose this is the start date. Okay, 6/12. बट इसको रिलीज कब करना है, तो दैट इज डिसाइडेड बाय योर रिलीज पीरियड. ये जो पीरियड होता है आपका, सो रिलीज पीरियड, सो दिस release period represent the number of work days that are subtracted from the order start date in order to determine the production release date. Okay, तो ये release period का आपको order कब release होना चाहिए, आपका start date suppose this is the 1st May, then if you have maintained the release period of 5 days, then your order is going to release on the 6th of May. Okay, so system ये consider करता है, तो इसीलिए हमको schedule margin की जो है that we have to maintain the schedule margin की. Okay. Okay, so this will do. So this is the schedule margin key we have to maintain in the scheduling part. Okay, this is about scheduling margin key. Then planning calendar. Okay, we have to also maintain the planning calendar. So then what is the planning calendar? So planning calendar is used, okay, if you want to be if you have selected MRP to MRP and set the lots of okay, so ये क्या करता है कि suppose you have to when you are planning the material, okay, so this planning calendar is used. So planning calendar में हम क्या करते हैं, maintain करते हैं कि I will show that as well. So suppose यहाँ पे आप देखो example दिया है. Okay, so planning run is carried out and orders are placed every Monday and Tuesday. The materials that are ordered on Monday are delivered on Wednesday, but the materials that are ordered on Tuesday are not delivered until Friday. The system interprets the additional period delivery time and the minimum. यहाँ पे आपको ज़्यादा समझने में कंफ्यूजन करता है ये. I will show you in the system. आपका यहाँ पे कंफ्यूजन होगा, इसलिए simplified. I will simplify this. Suppose this is the transaction for this MD25. Okay. Suppose यहाँ पे मैं देखता हूँ कि ये प्लानिंग कैलेंडर होता क्या है और हम इसमें क्या मेंटेन करते हैं. Suppose I will go for the any existing material planning calendar. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या मेंटेन करते हैं कि ये वैलिड कब से कब तक है प्लानिंग कैलेंडर, और यहाँ पे वीकडेज कौन से हैं इस मटेरियल प्लानिंग कैलेंडर में, कौन से वीकडेज है. सपोज आई हैव मेंटेन दिस इज वीकली कैलेंडर एंड आई हैव मेंटेन वर्क डे एज अ मंडे, ट्यूसडे, वेडनेसडे, थर्सडे एंड फ्राइडे. तो सिस्टम क्या करेगा, यहाँ इसी डेज पे प्लानिंग करेगा. It will not plan the material for Saturday and Sunday. It will not consider Saturday, Sunday, okay, because on the Saturday, Sunday our plant is off. Okay, we are not planning any material. So जब भी आपका प्लान ऑर्डर क्रिएट होगा, परचेस ऑर्डर क्रिएट होगा, तो सिस्टम क्या करेगा, इन 2 डेज को छोड़ के इन 2 डेज का कैपेसिटी कंसिडर ही नहीं करेगा सैटरडे और संडे का. और सपोज यू हैव मेंटेन फॉर द 6 डेज अप टू द सैटरडे, वो फिर ओनली संडे का कैपेसिटी कंसिडर नहीं करेगा और अकॉर्डिंगली विल शेड्यूल द ऑर्डर. So that's why we have to be maintain these planning calendars. Okay. So you have any doubts on this one till now?
No.
I think we will stop here for today.
Yes.
Okay. And but if still you have any doubts in the our during our presentation or during the material master or anything you want to be, you can ask. Okay, or you didn't understand properly. Okay, कि आपने जहाँ के जब के डाउट्स है तभी क्लियर हो गए तो अच्छा है. Okay, क्योंकि when you are going to see the material master MM03. Okay, so yesterday so just I will just recap the things which we have discussed. Okay, so in the material master we saw the basic data 1, basic data 2. These are the global views. Okay, so these are the used the parameters which we are maintaining into the basic data 1 and 2 or sales work 1, 2. These are the global parameters and these can be used across the plants. These are not the plant specific use. Okay. So here we are generally maintain the common parameters for that material applicable for in general. Okay, so these are the parameters we saw into the basic data 1 and basic data 2. Okay, so we are looking for MRP views, okay, which are most relevant to the production planning. Okay, so in the MRP view, which are the important parameters that we have to maintain? Okay, which includes the MRP type, lot sizing procedure. Okay, because this impact on the your MRP run or the MRP planning. Okay, so these are the most important data that we have to fill into the MRP one. Then into the MRP2, we have to maintain the procurement type. So how we are doing this material, we are procuring this material or producing this material. This has been decided through the your procurement type we maintain in the material master. Okay. Also, in the scheduling, we saw the schedule margin key. So how the schedule margin key is impacting on the scheduling of the production order. Okay. So we saw there that is the release period, opening period, release period, or for float after production, float before production. That parameter we saw in the schedule margin key. Okay. Also, along with that, we saw so these are the things we actually yesterday we saw, right? So planning calendar, what is the GR processing time, in-house production time, and how it is impacting on the scheduling of the production order. Okay, so these are the important parameters that we have to be maintained during master creation. Okay, so along with that, we have to be do the net. So we have to also maintain some parameters like safety stock. Okay, or what we can say this parameter minimum safety stock. So why this is required? Because if sometime some material needs the safety stock. Okay, so we have to maintain the safety stock for that material so that system can consider this material. They plan the material above the stock. If the material stock level drops below up to the safety stock, the system will create the procurement proposals. They will create the purchase requisition or plan orders. Okay, so that's why we have to maintain the safety stock for the materials. Okay. Then MRP3. Okay, so in the MRP3, we are maintaining most importantly strategy group. Okay, so we saw in the presentation, we saw last time that there are different make to stock strategy, make to order strategy. Okay, so there are different strategy groups are there. Okay, so we have to be choose correct category of the correct strategy for the material. Okay, so that this material we can plan properly. So we will see what are the different. If you just F4 here, so you can see the different strategy groups are there. So suppose if you just again F4 here, then you can see these are the different strategies are there. Okay, but generally most commonly we are using the strategies like 10, 11, 20, then 40, 50. Okay, so these are most commonly used strategies. Okay, so we'll see that as well in detail. So what are the different strategy? What is the actual functioning of the strategies? Okay, so generally this strategy will help in your planning of the material. How you are going to plan the material? Okay, or which scenario you are following, like make to order scenario, make to stock scenario. Okay, in that case we have to follow the proper strategy group over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Any question, Ashish?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Then the consumption mode. Okay, you have to mention the consumption mode. Okay, here you can backward consumption, forward consumption. Okay, or forward backward consumption. So these are the these parameters you can maintain. Okay. So generally
Sir,
these parameters. Yeah.
What does it mean backward and forward consumption?
I can't hear you properly.
What do you mean by backward or forward consumption?
This one backward consumption and forward consumption. See here you can see backward consumption period and forward consumption period. If you go here, so you can just see this one.
Sir, I am
Forward
asking.
consumption.
Sir, I'm asking what is backward and forward?
Showing that one only. You can see my screen, right? The consumption period forward. So it's suppose determine the consumption period in work days for forward consumption. Okay, so in forward consumption, sales order, dependent requirements or material reservations consume planned independent requirements that lie within the consumption period. So that is the I will show you. Okay, suppose so that we can discuss detail in actually MRP. Okay, but I will show you now as well. Okay, suppose this is the MD04. So I have to run another transaction where I can explain you what is the forward consumption, what is the backward consumption, and how it is useful in the MRP. Okay, so this is the stock requirement list. Means where we can after MRP run we can see the results over here. Okay. Okay, so suppose here this is the suppose we can't see the sales order. Okay, here we can't see the sales order. Dependent requirements also not there. Independent. Suppose there. So what happened? So in the MRP, when we place the demand, so system creates independent requirements. Okay, independent requirements. So these are the independent requirements system has been created. So what happened when we book any production order? Okay, again the sales order. Okay, and for the sales order, if we book the production order, okay, or if we got the sales order at that time, what sales order will do? Sales order will consume the independent requirements because that sales order is created. Okay, we got the customer order. Okay, and independent requirement means what? This is the requirement. Okay, from the customer. If you see here. See, if you see here, I will just explain a bit more. Okay, okay. So now suppose this is the my requirement, independent requirement for 9/12/2019. That is 100 quantity. Okay. Now for that, if any sales order come on the same day, okay, and come suppose on the 12th of December, one sales order come. Okay. My independent requirement on 9th of December. Now, after 2 days, sales order will come. That is on the 11th December, 11/12. Now, when the sales order come, so the sales order will consume this independent requirement quantity. Okay, but how system will know that which independent requirement has to consume? Okay, I have to consume for 16/12, I have to consume for 9/12, or I have to consume for the 2/12. How system will know? So these parameters consume mode will decide this thing. Okay, forward consumption or backward consumption will decide these things. So what will they do? So whatever days I have mentioned, suppose I have mentioned here 2 days. Okay, so what system will do? System will check what my sales order is on the 11th of December. Okay, now on the forward means after 2 days, which independent requirement is falling. Suppose if my sales order on the 11th December, then it will check the independent requirement on the 13th December. Is there any 13th independent requirement is there or not? Otherwise, what will happen? It will consume the next independent requirement. That is 16/12. Okay. So in this way, this consumption mode will operate. Okay. Are you getting this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Or in the same way, if we maintain the backward consumption, then what system will do? System will see, yeah, my sales order is on the 11th of the December. Okay. Backward consumption means -2 days. Yeah, 9th, 12th. Okay, yeah, there is independent requirement. Then system will consume this independent requirement. Means what? Consume means what? When the sales order arrive, so this independent requirement will delete it. Means we can't see this independent requirement because this is consumed by your sales order. So that's why. So that's why we have to maintain this forward consumption and backward consumption. Okay.
Okay.
Then availability check. Okay, this is also one of the important parameters that we have to maintain. Okay, so what is the importance of this availability check? Okay, so availability check means what? When we get the any customer requirement, then this availability check will actually check the stock levels. So what is the available stock? Suppose X is the material, okay, and so let me explain. I think that so I don't know. Okay, so suppose X material, I have 100 quantity, I have 100 customer requirement. Okay, not what now, how system will check. Okay, the availability check which we have configured. Okay, there are different availability checks. Okay, the functions of this availability check are different. Daily requirement, individual requirements, okay, no check. Okay, these are the different availability checks. But what is the main functionality of the availability check? To check the what is the requirement and what is the available stock. Okay, so through this availability check, we can check that what is the customer requirement. Suppose X material has the 100 quantity. This is the customer requirement. Now, through the availability check, system will check what is my current stock. Suppose my current stock is 50 quantity. Okay, what are the incoming material? Means incoming purchase orders. Okay, or any inspection lot, deliveries, inbound deliveries. Okay, so these are the inward stock which are going to be this stock are going to be add in my plant stock. Okay, that will consider as an available quantity and accordingly it will check. Yeah, so these are 100 quantity, but we have this much of quantity. Okay, if there are shortage, then system will say yeah there is a shortage, and then when you run the MRP, so system will create the procurement proposal. Okay, like plan order or the purchase requisition. So in short, availability check will check the stock levels at the different order level or your inspection plan level, inspection lot level. Okay, so that it will check and accordingly it will suggest that what would be the next action that we have to do. Okay, so this is the important parameter that we have to maintain into the MRP3. Okay. You have any question on this one?
No, sir.
Then next one is the MRP4. Okay, so this is the last production planning specific view. Okay, that we have to maintain. Okay, here we have to maintain generally bomb explosion dependent parameters like individual or collective. Okay, so here you can see the individual or collective requirements, individual requirements only, collective requirements only. Means whatever your requirements, how that can be calculated. Okay, is it at the individual level or is that the collective level? If you can see here MD04 screen. Okay, so I will show here how it will impact. Okay, suppose I have the independent requirement of 100 quantity. Okay, on 25 to 9, 16. So if you maintain this collective or individual, then accordingly, if you maintain the collective requirements only, okay, then it will collect what will do. It will collect all these requirements and create only one plan order. Okay, so this in this way it will collect to get the results. Then next one is the component scrap. This component scrap we can maintain over here. Means what is the meaning of the component scrap? Suppose this is the raw material. Generally, this we are maintaining into the raw material or packaging material. Okay, which we are using for the FG. Okay, so component scrap means what? Means when I am using this component, so some scrap will generate. Okay, so then why we have to maintain this scrap? Because suppose we have to consider this scrap quantity as well. When we are ordering some quantity, okay, suppose I need the 1,000 quantity of this component, okay, for monthly, suppose per monthly 1,000 quantities, but my scrap percentage is 10%. Okay, it means that out of 1,000 quantity, 10% quantity will going to scrap. So while ordering the quantity, what I have to do? I have to order the quantity. How much quantity I have to order from the vendor? If my component scrap is 10%, okay, which are going to waste, then and my requirement is 100 quantity, 1,000 quantity, then how much quantity I have to order from the vendor?
We have to add the percentage of scrap to the order quantity.
Sorry?
We have to order the we have to add the percentage of scrap in the order, final order.
1100.
Exactly. 10% of 1,000 means 100. So 1,100. Okay. So that quantity I have to order. Okay. So that's why we have to maintain the component scrap. Okay. Then next one is the production versions. So when you see the production versions, so when you create the production versions for the material, at that time it will appear here. If there is no any production version, then we can't see anything over here. If I just click here, so I can see that these two production versions. So production version is a separate topic. Means we can see production version here, but what is the production order version? How we can maintain it? Okay, so just in the very first demo session we saw, right? There are the different master data of the production planning. So in that one, production version is the one of the master data. Okay. Then next is the repetitive manufacturing profile. Okay, so when you are, we saw there are different manufacturing process are there. Okay, so that may be your discrete manufacturing, repetitive manufacturing, process manufacturing, variant configuration. Okay, so here you can see the if the material is suppose for the repetitive manufacturing, then we have to check mark here. Okay, so this material is for repetitive manufacturing, and accordingly we have to maintain the repetitive manufacturing profile here. Okay, so then what is the repetitive manufacturing profile that we are going to see during the repetitive manufacturing process? Okay, so because this profile we have to when we are actually running the process for repetitive manufacturing for any material, any product, then obviously we have to maintain the check mark and repetitive manufacturing profile as well. Okay, so these are the important parameters. Okay, we have to maintain from MRP1 to MRP4 because these are impacting your production plannings as well as your production execution. Okay, then next one is the advanced planning. So advanced planning, actually this is for what you can see my screen, right? So this is the advanced planning. So advanced planning is what? So so this is the actually some addition in the S4HANA. Okay, in the ECC you can't see this tab. So this is the simplification or the addition done into the S4HANA. So this tab was not there in the ECC, but now in the S4HANA this tab has been added. So what is this? So this is actually the part of the APO. APO means Advanced Planning Optimizer. Okay, this is the planning tool. SAP APO. So SAP APO is also again a separate, what you can say, separate module. Okay, but now in S4HANA, what they did, the some of the part of the APO they have. Okay, we'll take from here. So just click over there and just open the any material master. Any material master. Yes.
MM01, right? MM02.
And MM03. MM03. 03. Yeah. So you can put any material. What you can see. Do you can put that MM60. MM60. You can and you can fetch any material from there. I don't know. Yeah, you can take any material. Suppose this FG1CP. Yeah, we can take this FG1CP. This is the same circle. FG1CP. Yeah, this one. No, here is the material. No? That CP CPFG1 starting with this description. CPFG1 shop. with rolling bearings. What else you can tell? But any material or FG, we are starting with FG, na, that you can take. Any material.
I can take this FERT 233 PG repetitive benefits.
Yeah, you can take that. Okay, enter. Select all, select all. There is a button for select all. Organization level, data. Then there is icon, na, select all. No, just right to side, right side. This one. Select all. Yeah, this. Put the plant. 171. Yeah, now just go here. Yeah, on this side, na, there is the right side. There is icon. Yeah, just to write that. Yeah. Here, click over there. Click. There's advanced planning. Yes, that is the one. Okay, so here this is the one we can say this is the one of the view which added into the S4HANA. Okay, initially the part of the APO system, but now the part in the APO system there are different parts. One of the part is the PPDS. Okay, so now the PPDS is the part of the S4HANA system. So that's why they have did this advanced planning. Okay, in the material master in the S4HANA. Okay, now here we can maintain the different parameters, okay, for the PPDs. If you want to be implement PPDs, but in the all the industry, there no need to add the PPDs because they have the different planning tools. If they are using the different planning tools, then they will not implement this advanced planning. Okay. So if you want to do that one, then you have to activate this. Activate in the sense you have to fill all the these fields and all. Okay, you have to check mark for the advanced planning. Okay. Then next is the work scheduling. You can click on the work scheduling. Okay. Yeah, so this work scheduling view, you can see this work scheduling view. There are different parameters are there like the tolerance data, in-house production, general data. So this is important view for the production planning perspective. And one more thing, the key difference that you have to note down is work scheduling view is applicable only for finished good or semi-finished good. This is not applicable for any raw material, packaging material, service material, bulk material, okay, or any other material except the FG and SFG. It is applicable only for active, only for the FG or SFG. Okay. So in this work scheduling view, we can maintain this one, like base unit of user is copied from the basic data one. We can use a unit of issue. Okay, sometimes your production unit is different or your base unit of measure is different, but your unit of issue means suppose you have the stock in your storage location. Okay, but now you want to issue that material to different location, to the different department. So at that time your unit would be different. Okay, so if that is the case, then you have to maintain this unit of issue here separately. Also, in terms of what happened, your production unit is different. Okay, for example, your what you can say the right? The roll of the your steel roll or what you can say. Suppose we have in the steel industry there are rolls, different rolls. Okay, so they have the major unit production unit is in rolls. Okay, but while they are issuing, they might be the different unit. Okay, like what you can say the pallets. Your so like that. Okay, so different your unit of production would be different, and your base unit of would be different, or your unit of issue would be different. Okay, that would be the case for in some of the materials. Okay, so in that case we have to maintain this. Then next is the production supervisor. So this is actually the which we are observing this material. So that particular person or the we can mention here as the production supervisor. Then production scheduling profile. Just click over there. This F1 on the production scheduling profile because this is very important parameter. Production scheduling profile. Yeah. So you can see there are the different production planning profiles. Okay, scheduling profiles are there. Okay, so which are some of the related to the make to stock, make to order, okay, repetitive manufacturing or process manufacturing. Okay, so we can maintain the different production scheduling profile. Okay, so these are the standards. We can also maintain or we can create the our custom production scheduling profile as well. Okay, so the how it is impacting, what is the role of the production scheduling profile? Just close this window. You can close this window. Now, on the production scheduling profile, yeah, here you can see the details. Okay, so what is the, where you can use this one to specify that certain business transactions are carried out in the parallel in the production order. Okay, means suppose through this we can, what we can do, through this, we can maintain the configuration that when I am creating the production order, so when it will release, that has been decided through the production scheduling profile. It means that when I am creating the production order, so the case is that it should release when I create. So that has been happened. Okay, so that should be happen. Should be we can do configuration with the scheduling profile. Okay, okay. Means suppose I will give you example. Suppose I create the order at the same time it will release. This can be happen through the configuration of the production scheduling profile. Okay, or release an order and print the shop floor paper. Okay, so that or you print the shop floor paper means what we have to take the print of that particular order. You can do through this one. What we can say through this configuration. There are another use as well. Okay, so what I'll do? You can now let me know if you are, now you can see my screen. Virtual view. What is that virtual view? Okay, just a minute. For this material, there is no virtual view is there. In that case, what we can do, we can add that virtual view as well. Okay. If the material has not particular view, then what we can, so I will show you how we can do that. Suppose this material don't have the view. Okay. So what we can do, we can, through the creation, we can extend that view to this material. Let's see the mechanical engineering. Then what is the material type for this? Is FG, FPRT. FPRT is the material type. Then you can select the views. Yes. There is no views for the safety or typically scheme. Okay. Okay. Now here you're not showing that view. Okay, here. Can see the screen.
We cannot hear you.
Yeah, I was not speaking. Yeah, now you can hear me.
Okay. Yes, yes.
I was funding the material. So it's not there. Okay. Okay. We'll create this material again. G126. New material. Select the views. Okay. But we'll create one material, new material. Okay. MM01. Here we do the FG some 333. Okay. This is the new material. Now in the plant 1710. So description is FG. A. Basic data one. We are trying to create the new material. Okay. Now
Yes.
basic data one, basic data two. It is slow actually. Song status. What hung? Is for one. Is for we are maintaining only So we'll maintain the MRP group as a PD, lot sizing procedure as a EX. Okay, MRP controller can put it as 001. This is X. What is the meaning by X? Procurement type X. We saw yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
X. There are three procurement types, correct? One is in-house production, external procurement, and X is a procurement by both ways. Okay, like in-house as well as external procurement, both procurement types. Production storage location we can maintain as a finished goods because this is the finished good. External procurement location is not mandatory for this. Suppose we are maintaining the in-house production time is 1 day. Schedule margin key will maintain. So you have to create this material as well. Okay, after this one, so you can try at your system also. Try to create the some UFG material. Okay, 1 or 2 UFG materials. Then plan also delivery time is the 10 days. The top is 100 quantity. Then MRP3, we go for strategic route 10. Okay, we are not maintaining any consumption mode. So I will have to check the ASR. Before the scrap percentage will maintain at the 10% scrap. Then advanced planning, extended SPP. So extended SPP, this is also new model. So not new model. We can say this is the again a planning tool or planning system. Just like if you SPP is also a planning system. Okay, if you are using the SPP, okay, SPP means spare part planning. Okay, so this planning system generally used in the manufacturing industries or automobile industries. Okay. Okay, so after that, the accounting views are there. Okay, so these are the finance related views. Finance team has to fill this one, or finance data department has to be provide the data for this. So here in the accounting one, we have to maintain the valuation class. Okay, so then what is the meaning of the valuation class? So actually, valuation class is defined for each material type. So valuation class for finished product is different. Valuation class for semi-finished product would be different. Then valuation class for raw material is different. Why? Because this valuation class, what value we are maintaining, that is actually linked with the your GL account. Okay, in the back end, this valuation class is linked to your GL account. And what is the GL account? So GL account, whatever the cost you are incurring on this material, okay, on the FG material, raw material, that is going to be settled in the GL account. Okay, so that's why we have to be maintain the correct valuation class for this. Suppose this is the 7920 is the for the finished products. Okay, this is for stationery. Okay, so this is the valuation class we have to maintain. Then next one is the your price control. Okay, so so this again the term we should know. Okay, so though this is the finance related, but we should know what is the price control and how is it impacting your material. So price control means that so this is used to evaluate the stock of the material. उसको valuation कैसे करेंगे हम उस material stock का material की तो that is decided by your price control indicator. So there are two types of price control, that is the standard price and moving average price. Okay, so then standard, what is the standard price of the material? If you click here, you can see the what is the standard price. So the constant price that means the material is evaluated without taking goods movement and invoices into account. Okay, means एक बार आपने उसका मटेरियल का प्राइस फिक्स कर दिया वो वही रहेगा. आप कितना भी मटेरियल इन करो आउट करो, इट विल नॉट चेंज. आपका नया स्टॉक आएगा. सपोज अब अगर किसी एक वेंडर ने आपको ये रेट में वो मटेरियल दिया है, ठीक है, और दूसरे वेंडर ने अलग रेट में दिया है, तो उस मटेरियल का वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होगा, प्राइस चेंज नहीं होगा बेस इफ द वी आर मेंटेन दैट इज द स्टैंडर्ड प्राइस. ओके, सो इट वुड बी द कांस्टेंट. ओके, तो जनरली एफजी का प्राइस वही रहता है. यस. ओके, सो मूविंग एवरेज प्राइस. ओके, सो इफ द प्राइस इज we maintained as a V, that is a moving average price. So in that case, what happened? So this price is getting changed, the dynamic price. We suppose today I have purchased this material with the 100 rupees, but now after 30 days, I got the material from different vendor with the 110 rupees. Then what system will do? System will calculate the mean of these two values. Okay, and it will update the new price. So that is the moving average price. So this price will get changed as per the price, or when we do the any new invoice or good receipt, so it will going change. Okay, so the moving average price. So this is the difference between the price control, yes and M. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then accounting 2. So accounting 2, these are the some of the values they can maintain, but it is not mandatory. Then costing. So this is related to the costing. So costing team, okay, has to be fill this one. So they have to fill different, like for example, variance key. So variance key, this has been used during the variance calculation of the materials. Okay, material में जो values आता है ना, suppose आपने order create किया था, उस time पे the order price would be that, but you actually do the production confirmation at that time, that material price is different. Okay, in that case, the variance will come, right? So then how the system will deal with that variance? This was my plan cost and this is my actual cost. So वो जो difference है, वो कैसे settle होगा system में? So that has been decided by this variance key.
Hello. What?
This data is come automatically. You don't have to put, okay, separately, okay, because if you maintain that production version MRP4, so that will copied over here only. Okay. This is the costing 2. So in costing 2 में जो ये डेटा होता है, राइट, यहाँ पे स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट एस्टिमेट होता है, अपडेट होता है. ये स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट एस्टिमेट क्या है, वो हम एक सेपरेट सेशन में देखेंगे. ओके, तो ये जनरली रन करते हैं सीओ टीम, फाइनेंस टीम करती है. तो ये क्या होता है कि जैसे हम मटेरियल कुछ भी बनाते हैं नया, ओके, नया मटेरियल आता है, हम उसका बिल ऑफ मटेरियल डिफाइन करते हैं, यानी कि मटेरियल कंजम्पशन कितना होगा, उसका सीक्वेंस ऑफ ऑपरेशंस कैसे हो गए, कौन से ऑपरेशंस होंगे, उसको कितना टाइम लगेगा, राइट. सो सिस्टम में उस मटेरियल का कॉस्ट निकालना पड़ता है कि अगर आई एम प्रोड्यूसिंग दिस मटेरियल फॉर सर्टेन क्वांटिटीज, देन हाउ वुड बी द माय मटेरियल कॉस्ट. उसमें मेरा मटेरियल का कॉस्ट कितना जा रहा है, एज वेल एज द ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट कितना होगा उसका, राइट. तो राउटिंग क्या होता है कि द सेट ऑफ द ऑपरेशंस, तो उससे आपका ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट निकलेगा. और बिल ऑफ मटेरियल में आपका सब मटेरियल रहता है. सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल FG33 बनाने के लिए मुझे सपोज 5 और रॉ मटेरियल लगते हैं, तो उसका कॉस्ट क्या रहेगा. तो वो जो है मटेरियल कॉस्ट प्लस योर व्हाट यू कैन से द ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट, दोनों निकाल के सिस्टम ये निकलता है थ्रू द योर स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट एस्टिमेट. ओके, और ये यहाँ पे अपडेट होता है कि अभी करंट का स्टॉक एस्टिमेट कितना है, कॉस्ट एस्टिमेट कितना है, फ्यूचर का कितना रहेगा या प्रीवियस कितना रहेगा, वो भी हम यहाँ से निकाल सकते हैं. ये जो व्यूज होते हैं, नेक्स्ट ये WM एग्जीक्यूशन. WM यानी कि वेयर हाउस मैनेजमेंट, जहाँ पे यानी कि कई कंपनीज में सेपरेट वेयर हाउसेस होते हैं. उनका जो स्टॉक होता है वो वेयर हाउस से होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल आपके जो भी प्रोडक्ट्स, जो बॉडी प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं, या फिर सपोज योर अमेजॉन, फ्लिपकार्ट, राइट, बॉडी शॉप, ये जो बड़ी बड़ी कमर्शियल जो ये होते हैं, तो उनका क्या होता है कि वेयर हाउस होता है अलग अलग. तो उस वेयर हाउस को ऑपरेट करने के लिए भी SAP का एक मॉड्यूल है, वेयर हाउस मैनेजमेंट. ओके, लेकिन इसी S4HANA में नाउ इट इज न्यू, they have enhanced that module, that is instead of WM it is a EWM, means extended warehouse management. This is also new model. ओके सो अगर आपके यहाँ पे वो मॉडल भी इम्प्लीमेंट है, राइट, जनरली ये जो रिटेल शॉप्स इसमें जो रहता है, रिटेल में ये ज्यादा यूज होता है इसका वेयर हाउस मैनेजमेंट का. इट इज ऑल्सो यूज इन टू द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, बट इन द रिटेलिंग इट इज मोर यूजफुल. ओके, उनके यहाँ पे बड़े बड़े वेयर हाउस होते हैं, राइट. सो इफ यू आर इम्प्लीमेंटेड दैट वेयर हाउस मैनेजमेंट, देन यू हैव टू ऑल्सो मेंटेन दिस डेटा. ओके, सो उसके रिलेटेड जो डेटा रहता है, जिसके हैंडलिंग इंडिकेटर क्या होगा, कि so ये क्या है, उनके पैरामीटर्स है उस पर्टिकुलर वेयरहाउस में जो है, वो जो पैरामीटर्स यहाँ पे हम मेंटेन कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द वेयरहाउस मैनेजमेंट पैकेजिंग. उसका पैकेजिंग में क्या क्या ये चूज के क्या टाइप क्या रहेगा, यूनिट टाइप क्या रहेगा, वो जो है उनका मास्टर डेटा है, उसके डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स हमको यहाँ पे मेंटेन करते हैं. ओके, ये हो गया. तो इसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, इसको सेव करेंगे. Okay, so now this material has been saved. So we can change this material to the MM02. Okay, this is the change material. Change यानी कि क्या, कि suppose मुझे लगा कुछ parameters are different, which I have mentioned is not correct, then I can change that parameter. Suppose through the change mode or MM02 I can change this one. So instead of 00 now I want to be this one. So I can change this. Okay. So this is the change of material. Now I want to I don't want to change, but I want to display the material. Okay, I can do through this. Okay, 1710. Okay, so this I can display the material. Okay, ये हमारा MG create हो गया. So you can also practice this. After this session, you can practice. You can create the 1 FG or 2 FG materials. Okay, you can take reference of any old material of the FG. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then ये हो गया FG. ओके, अभी और कौन से मटेरियल्स रहते हैं डिफरेंट टाइप्स के, लेट मी यहाँ पे सपोज FG 333. Okay, this material we have created. Now we will create some raw material as well. Okay, ROH. ROH means
raw material
in the plant PRT. Okay, ROH raw material. Okay, so अब हम क्या करेंगे, सिस्टम में कोई एक रॉ मटेरियल भी क्रिएट करेंगे. We'll see if any reference raw material is there, so we can create. यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं. तो इतने सारे रॉ मटेरियल्स हैं. Suppose we will do that this one material 3 to 9 का एक मटेरियल. और एक चीज है कि अगर हमको क्या करना है, एग्जिस्टिंग मटेरियल है उसको हम MM0321 से क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, राइट. वो तो हमने देखा. लेकिन कोई भी मटेरियल हमको एक रेफरेंस मटेरियल है उसको कॉपी करना है, इंस्टेड ऑफ पुटिंग ऑल द वैल्यूज इन दैट पर्टिकुलर व्यूज, यू कैन जस्ट कॉपी एज वेल. ओके, तो उसके लिए क्या करना है कि MM01, देन यहाँ पे एक कॉपी फ्रॉम मटेरियल रहता है, कॉपी फ्रॉम दिस मटेरियल एंड योर मटेरियल वुड बी R बेयरिंग. ओके, ये R बेयरिंग आपका ये रहेगा, ठीक है. और मैंने सिलेक्ट किया सब व्यूज उसका. उसके बाद क्या आएगा, मुझे कौन से प्लांट से किस प्लांट में करना है, मुझे दिस प्लांट से इस प्लांट में इस प्लांट से करना है, यानी कि सेम प्लांट में मटेरियल है. अगर डिफरेंट प्लान में रहेगा तो डिफरेंट प्लान भी आप दे सकते हो। ओके, आपने क्लिक कर दिया तो सबका मटेरियल का वैल्यू अपने आप पॉपुलेट हो जाएगा उस रेफरेंस को लेके। ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
सेल्फ बियरिंग। ओके, तो अगर मुझे लगता है कि हाँ आई वांट टू चेंज द वैल्यू, देन आई कैन चेंज ओवर हियर।
Sir, while creating the material, we can also copy material from other material, like details, some common details.
Right. Yeah, while copying, yeah. So that's the thing we are doing now, na. So we have the new material, R bearing, okay, and we are copying from some three to that material. Okay. Now we are going to create the raw material. So first of all, we will take some reference material, okay, and from that we can create the raw material. Okay.
Yeah.
I think yesterday we are doing that one. So let's do the MM01 to create the material. So suppose I have put here the raw material. I think we have created this one or not. To check first. Okay, we have not created it. So let's create it. You can also see this transaction over here as well. Okay, so I will show that as well. Suppose if I want to see in the screen, okay, that also you can see. So those transactions. What I have to do? Box of this. Okay, here only project management. Yeah, here if you go in logistics, production, master data, material master, material, create general. Okay, so through this also we can create the material. Okay, so we create the material from the ROH material. We are going to create raw material. Material type is ROH. Okay, and we copy from this material. The material from which we have to copy, we have to paste here. Then select views. We have to select all the views. The material we are giving some name. So this number range would be the external or internal. External means you have to give the number range, number to the material. If you are not giving, then system will create the material number. Okay, so that is the depend on your configuration. What we are doing is the internal number range or external number range.
सूखते ही नहीं है कपड़े।
Okay, so the data will get copied over here. You can see this data has been copied over here. Now we'll go for plant specific data. Then quality management data. So you can see this data has been copied over here. So here, take data to quality. Okay. The quality setup is not for this material. Okay, so we'll check that as well. Not allowed for, yeah. So see now what is saying evaluation class 3000 is not allowed for the material type raw material. Okay, so we have to select the material raw material. Bags costing to MRP data is missing for this one. Okay, so what we'll do, let me save this first. Okay, now we'll all the we'll take this material instead of that this one. No, we'll take this material, raw material. Let first check material. This one 1710.
How?
Okay, we'll copy from this material.
Hello?
Dash.
हाँ थंबनेल तो इस पे नहीं आता है डाउनलोड कर नहीं वो तो मैं डिलीट कर देती हूँ
We'll just check the what are the views are there. Okay, so if they have maintained the value, we can change the value as well. Okay, because
Okay.
we are copied from the previous material, this new material. So if any field you want to be changed, we can change over here.
Okay.
So see, this is the inspection management, quality management. Is what? Suppose any material is sent for inspection. Okay, suppose raw material is there. So raw material generally we are taking from supplier, right? So in that case, if that material is supposed to, what we can say, okay. So for that, what we have to do? Suppose I want to be activate the inspection for this one. Okay. So means what happened when the material you receive in the plant, in the store department or purchase department will check that plant. Okay, it will come in the quality inspection area first. Okay, then quality inspection or technician will check that material as per their norms. If it is okay or not okay. Okay, accordingly, it will sorted as a okay material and not okay material. Okay, so that can be happen only if you want, if you do this quality inspection setup. Okay, so that is the actual process. But in SAP, what happen when do the GR for this raw material, the system will create the inspection lot. Okay, and that material goes into the quality inspection area. Over there, they will do the check. Okay, in the system also we have to check this is okay or not okay, accept or reject. Okay, so that has been happen once we do the quality inspection. Okay, so we'll do this one through this quality inspection view. So first, what we have to do, we have to define the quality inspection types. Okay, for raw material, for example, we have to maintain. We have to maintain this one 01 good receipt for inspection for purchase order. Then if you just enter here, then if you go again, so you can see the for inspection type 01, these are the by default information. Okay, what will happen if you maintain the 01? So when material will receive into the inspection area or in the store department, so system what will do, create the inspection lot when you do GR into the SAP. Okay, and that inspection lot has to be cleared by the quality technician. So here there are a lot of parameters. These are actually related to the quality management. Okay, so the sampling procedure or what we can say the inspection characteristics. Okay, assignment, automatic UD. So these are the parameters related to the quality management. Okay, then we can just click OK. Then accounting view, accounting view. Okay, so this is wrongly assigned. Then you can save this material. Okay, so we'll note down this material. R bearing bulb. Okay, this is the material we have created. Now we have created another material for the. This is the one material. Then we create the packaging material. One packaging material we'll create. We'll check what are the packaging materials are there. For packaging material, SAP standard material type is
VERP.
correct. Exactly. VERP. No materials created for the VRP type. Okay, let's do. We'll create that one. Okay. Now MM01 material type is VERP. Packaging material. Then you can see R pack. Okay. Click the views. Array. So you learn the PM as well, na? SAP PM.
Yeah.
So what is the master data over there in the PM?
Work center, equipments, functional location.
Okay. And then measuring equipments, measuring points are there, right? Measuring points.
Measuring points, measuring documents.
Oh yes, right. And in the so you also learn about the notification, order creation, right? Maintenance order creation, preventive order, protective maintenance, deadline monitoring, right? You learn about that. That is also interesting module actually.
Yeah, very
And it is vastly used in the industries, in
yeah.
the chemical industries, pharma, most of the industries it is used.
Yeah.
Basically, we can say that in manufacturing industry.
Right, yeah. Correct, exactly. What are the other material types you are used over there?
Sir?
No. What are the other materials you used in the material types? Sorry, material types in PM.
Engineering materials.
In PM.
PM. Yes.
Engineering materials, with scrap we also use. Like basically, engineering materials are used in PM.
Okay.
Objects, fleet objects.
Any service materials are there? Or no?
Sorry?
Service materials are there?
No, not hard.
So see, we have to maintain as a not, we can't maintain X, okay? Because this is the always we are doing from the external purpose, right? Packaging materials. So here we have to check the production. What is the production location for this? So production location. Suppose we are in this one. This. Then MRP 4. MRP 3. MRP 2. Production versions. Okay, see what production versions are not required with the external procurement. Okay, production versions only for in-house production means which are we are manufacturing in the industry in our company. Okay, for that we have to need the production versions because the material which we are procuring from the external vendor, so they don't have any bill of material or routing. Okay, in our company in the in-house product for in-house production. So that's why we can't create the production version for those materials, and hence the system will give. So how system will get this information? So okay, because the material has the procurement type as the external procurement. Okay, so system will check first this one. Once we click over there, the system will check in the backend is the what is the material what we can say what is the procurement type for this, and hence after that it will show the message. Then forecasting one. Quality management. So here also we can set up the quality management. So you have to create the inspection type. So there are different inspection type. Okay, so inspection type for raw material is different, finished product is different. Okay, the material stock transfer material is different. Suppose good receipt. This is for good receipt inspection. Okay, suppose this we have to be applied for in-house production for every material. Then what do we have to do? 04 good receipt inspection for production. Or if you want to be in process inspection, right? So you have to be at this one in process inspection. Do you have any in process inspection in your plant? Or do you have any something to know that you have any information on this one? What is in process inspection?
In process inspection. So, as name suggested, it is the type of inspection of samples of product during the manufacturing process, like at different stages.
Right, correct, exactly. So when we are
Yeah,
doing the
this is happening in our plant. We take sample running samples of product during process.
correct, exactly. So, so that is called the in-process inspection because we are doing this one when the product is not completely manufactured. Okay, so the production is in process. So during that also we have to check the product is going through the stages. Okay, so at that particular stage, are the operation are under the norms or not? Because for every operation we have the quality chart defined right on that machine. Okay, so they have specified over there. Suppose first operation happens. So in the after the first operation, these are the specifications we have given. Okay, and that after that first operation, this specification should meet, right? So that's why you might saw that quality technicians are moving on the machines, right? So they are checking the materials are good during the in process. Okay, so that is the physical process in SAP also. When you create the production order, okay, so system will create one inspection lot, that is the 03. If you have assigned this inspection type to the FG material, okay, then only it will create the one inspection lot of the inspection type 03. So these are the different inspection types has been defined. Okay, what is the purpose behind this one? So that we can identify, okay, or we can isolate the different inspection types. Okay, or the what are the means of these inspections, or in the similar way 04 inspection type. This is for the good receipt inspection for from production. Okay, so when you do the production confirmation, at that time inspection lot will generate, that is with the 04. Okay, or other one is the 08 inspection type. This is stock transfer inspection. Suppose in some cases there are STOs, stock transfer orders. Okay, means the plant material is dispatched or transferred from one plant to another plant. In that case, what happened? The receiving plant get the material. Okay, and in that plant, the 08 inspection type lot will generate. Okay, so that the receiving plant also can check that material. Okay, this is in the case of the stock transfer. So we'll maintain the same here, 01. And these are the preferred inspection type. So you can see this preferred inspection type means if you maintain multiple inspection type, but in among this 01 is the preferred one. Okay, we have to check this one. So then system will automatically pick this material, inspection type, every type. You just enter here, so you will get the detailed information over here. Okay. Accounting 1, accounting 2, accounting 1 and so you have to change the valuation clause. So valuation clause is not valid. You know valuation. Oh, so there is no value maintained for this material. Okay, this raw material we can't see the value. So for this packaging material, they have not maintained the valuation class. Okay, so actually this has to be done by the finance team. Okay, finance team has to define the valuation class for all the material types. Okay, if I see here slash O, I see. Okay, let me check if I can access that one. Okay, yeah, let's. So they have not. This is not maintained. Actually, data is not completely maintained for this valuation class. So we can't actually. We can't do this one. That yeah, system will not allow to save this material. Okay, we can't save this material because we have to be. We can't create. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, we have to maintain. So later on, what we will do, I will try to add the material type valuation class, and then we can do that one. Okay. So we have created the two materials, that is one ROH, second ROH. We'll create one more ROH material, raw material. Creating two ROH materials. There are some mandatory fields. Okay, so this symbol indicates that this field is a mandatory. If you not fill any value over there, system will not allow to for further operation. So it's a mandatory to update the value, just like a valuation class. Quality management. Again, set up this one for the inspection type. Suppose this is the 01 inspection. 01 go to set prepared inspection type. Just click this one. Now, so there are different fields also there. Okay, so which we have to maintain, like quality management. What we can say, the catalog profile. What is the catalog profile for quality management? Okay, so this also we can maintain, or post inspection stock. Okay, so these are the things that we have to maintain here. We can maintain here, but these are quality management related stuff. Okay, we can maintain also certificate types are also there, which different certificates are assigned to the materials. Okay, so that also we can maintain here. Let's save this material. Okay, so now we have created our peering 2 as well. So I will mention here. Peering 2. This is also our which material. Okay. Now this is the material master. Okay, now apart from these materials, okay, we have certain more transactions also under the materials. Okay, you can see. So suppose there are also some other materials which are we are not generally using these material types. Sorry, material transactions to create the special materials, because sorry. So we can do all this material creation through the MM01 also, but these are the additional transactions which are given by the SAP, that you, if you want to be create the raw material, semi-finished product, trading goods, non-valued material, non-stock material, packaging materials, okay, configurable materials. Okay, these are the so different types of the material we can create through this different transactions. Okay, but this is optional. We can create all these through the MM01 also. Okay, so just keep in the mind MM01, and accordingly you have to just create the material with the different material
डबल आई
types.
क्या?
Okay,
अच्छा जबकि ये क्या?
then change the material, schedule the material, or activate the material. We can also activate that material. Suppose the material is not active. Okay, so we can activate this material through this transaction. Then if you want to be do the deletion for the material, suppose I want to do the deletion for this material, okay, what I can do, I just put this material number, enter. Okay, it does not exist in this material. You can remove this material. If you see, just select this material, select this plant, and save this material. Now you can see the deletion flag has been applied for this material. If you go and if you want to display this material, system will flash the message that deletion flag is set up at the client level. Okay, so we can set the deletion flag at client level. We can set the deletion flag at plant level as well. Okay, so we have set at the client level. So then again we can remove this through the same transaction. So we go with the MM06 flag. We can remove this. Just save this. Okay, flag has been changed. So if you go here again MM03 enter 0. Now we can't see that message because we have removed this one. So these are the supportive transactions that we can use. Then mass maintenance. Okay, so we can do the mass maintenance of the material. Okay, so for this, what happens? Suppose what we can do. Suppose you have a list of the materials. Okay, 10 materials, 100 materials, and you want to change all the material at a time. Okay, because individually change a material takes time and it's a hectic job, right? So if you want to be do it at once, okay, so that we can do through this uh, mass maintenance transactions. For that also we can create a file. Okay, we can create a file. We will upload this file and we can also change that one, the data. Okay, suppose we want to do for the, okay, suppose we have two materials. Okay, so I will, we can also do this like this way. Suppose I have these materials. Or suppose these two materials. One, three material. What would be the new values? You can put the new values over here. So what would be the new material description for this? Material description would be this. So suppose I have this one. mass. So message have been issued to the this one. Okay, so there is some issue, I think. Through this, we can maintain the different values. Okay, so then that particular change will happen. Then change material type. Okay, suppose we have created one material, but later on we came to know that that material type is wrong for that material. Suppose we have created raw material, but after that certain time we will came to know that yeah, this material type is wrong and I have to create the material with the VVRP packaging material. We can do that one, but the thing is that we have to do immediately. Suppose we have created, and if you do any transaction or if that material get the stock, right? In that case, we can't do that one. Okay, so before doing any transaction, any stock upload, initial stock upload, or stock after the what we can say do the when while doing the transactions or invoicing, so that should change. Okay, so this is the restriction only, but we can change the material type for as well. Then you can copy the material through the MMCC. So this is again the material. Okay, this is the reference material. Okay, we can put and we can copy the material. The same thing we can do through the MM01 as well. Okay, which we did. Okay, so these are the different transactions that we have to keep in mind for the material master. Okay, so this is about the material master. So do you have anything, any questions on this one or any queries on the material master before we move forward for the next object? Do you have any question on?
Becomes ZERS.
Right.
Same way, VER packing type becomes ZVER.
Correct, right. So if you see these materials, okay, you can also see some Z materials here created. So why they have did? Because suppose the what is the SAP standard given the material for finished product they have given FERT, for semi-finished they have HLB, for raw material they have ROH. But sir, for the material configuration, they have the standard configuration they have maintained. We can't change the configuration for the SAP has given. But now, as per our requirement, in our company requirement, our business requirement, we want some additional changes in that raw material configuration. Okay. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to create the G material type. We can't change the original ROH material configuration, but we want the some changes in that configuration. So in that case, what we can do, we can copy the same material type with the Z, and then we can make the changes in that G material type configuration. Okay, that's why we have to do the G material type. Any configuration, I mean, like suppose MRP type, MRP type. We have the some PD, M0, right? These are the standard. But I want to be create some new material type because my requirement is different. Okay, in that case, what we have to do? We have to do the Z. Okay, so we have to do the some custom objects or custom types. Okay, so that's why we are creating these custom fields. Okay. So this is about the material master. So let me go then
Yeah.
first. This from first page. So this is the CS01. Okay, I have displayed CS03. CS03. Okay, so this is the display bill of material. Now we can see here the material, plant, and BOM images. So what is the BOM images? So there are different BOM images. This BOM is going to use for production, for sales, for design, for PM bill of material. Okay, so there are the or for costing. So these are the different BOM images are there. Or for
What is
if
the
you want
T code? What is the T code for display global
CS03,
beyond?
CS03.
Sorry,
You can see the transaction. This one.
CS03. Oh, okay, thank you.
Right? So CS03. So we can create the material BOM for production. Now just click over here. Then you can see the material alternative BOM. Okay, so there are maybe the different alternatives of the bill of material for the same material because what happens the list of the materials might be different. Okay, so in such cases we have to define the different alternatives. So why we have to maintain the different alternatives? Because if suppose for the list of the materials is this 10, 20, 30, 40, but sometimes what happen only three materials atoms are used under this under the same product, under the same finished products. In that case, what we have to do? We have to create the new material alternative. Or suppose we have the five different atoms under the same FG. So in that case also we have to create the different alternative ones. So that we can differentiate the list of the materials used or the list of the components used under this BOM. Okay. So this is the header part. So if you click on this cap, so you can also see the header button. So what header information that we have to be maintained. So this is BOM number. Okay, this is generated system generated number. Okay, so it identifies that what is the BOM this one. So this for every BOM there is a separate BOM number. Okay, and this BOM number has been created by system. Then other information we can maintain like BOM description. What is the BOM description? What is the base quantity? Okay, so base quantity means that. So this is the base quantity of the bill of material means this BOM is defined, okay, with respect to with proportion of this quantity. Okay, suppose we can maintain one, we can maintain 10, we can maintain 1,000 as well. Accordingly we have to maintain atoms proportion as well. So if you are maintaining the base quantity one, okay, so it means that for to manufacture one quantity of this FG, we need these atoms in this proportion. Okay, so to manufacture the one quantity of FG, we need this is Hg1Cp one quantity or this Rm2Cp two quantity like that. Okay, if you maintain, suppose I go and change this. Yes, someone has blocked this one. Okay, this is the time. Accordingly, when the base quantity, then you can maintain as a bomb status as well. Okay, so what is the status of this bomb? This is there are different statuses of bomb like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it means that this is bomb status 1 it is applicable for MRP explosion or plan order related to costing, work scheduling, for orders, release the orders. Okay, then sales order extension. Okay, so these are the different application of the bomb. Accordingly, you can select the bomb statuses. Also, you can maintain the inactive status as well for the bomb. Okay. Suppose the bomb 2, if you select this one, then this is not applicable to all. Because we can't use this two status. Because if you want to use this for production, it will not use. Okay, so we can say the inactive status in short. So this is about the header material. Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the we saw about the header material. Then components. Okay. So we can maintain the components here, like here 10, 20, 30, 40. So before maintaining, we have to maintain the category as well. So what is the category for this component? There are the different categories of the components or materials. Okay. So we can see these are the means document atom, PN structure atom, comparable atom, class atom, stock atom, intra material, non-stock atom, variable size atom, text atom. So these are the different categories. When we create the material, okay, so we have to maintain the categories as well. Okay, so so these categories are actually attached in backend to the material types. So when we created the material at that time, we are not assigned any category. Okay, but when we create the material, we are assigning the material types. So these material types are assigned to the different categories. Okay, so what we are using that material as the stock items, because this material always have the stocks which we are using in the bomb. But apart from that, we can also use these different types also. We can add document item. We can also add the text item in the bomb. Okay, we can also add variable size item also in the bomb. Okay, so all these we can maintain in the bomb. Okay, so suppose here we have maintained the L. Okay, and this component, then we have to maintain the quantity. Okay, this quantity should be in proportion of the base quantity. So what is the meaning of this one? So it means that to manufacture this quantity, okay, I need this of component with proportion of these quantities. So 10 quantity of FG, I need the G1 CP1 quantity, like that. Okay, and this unit of measurement will be populated when we enter this one. Okay, then you can see the assembly indicator. So what is the meaning of this assembly indicator? So assembly indicator means that it will you will inform us that if the material has a check in the assembly indicator, it means that this material or this component has its own bomb. Okay, so this assembly indicator that indicates that this component has its assembly or it has its own bomb. Okay, so this is the meaning of this assembly indicator. Then this validity of the component, this is from when we are creating this material, since two we can maintain, two we can add. So this material component or this bomb is valid up to how many days? So that we can define it. Then next is the change number. So change number we are going to see this functionality as well separately. So what is the thing is that when we are creating any material, bomb material, bill of material, at that time we have to mention the change number. Okay, so why this change number is required? Because against the change number, we can trace when this bill of material was changed and for what purpose it was changed. So So your R&D department or your design department generally provide the change numbers. Okay. So if you want to do any change in the material, bill of material, you have to enter the change number, so that in future also they can backtrack the history changes. Okay. So for historical changes, we need this change. Okay. So this is about change number. This is a bill of material. I will create one bill of material. Suppose we have the CH01 is the transaction to create the, or we can just click over here. Then we will, or the material which we have created, FG223, FG2, then component itself. Again, this is, so we are copying this R bearing. One and waiting to enter. Material type cannot be used with certain category. What is this?
Can we take 5 minutes break, please?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Now you want?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we could. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll connect at 10:50 again.
Sorry?
10:50 we'll connect. 10:45 it is right now.
10:50 we can. Yes.
Okay.
See my screen, right?
Yes, we can see.
So this is the material L. We have maintained the category as L, right? I think this is a different category of material. If you must enter this atom material with the insert the requirement. Okay. So what with the material category? We can maintain material master, bomb, atom data, different categories. We can check the what is the categories we can maintain over here. We don't enter any category. Okay. So enter the category. Stop atom. Cannot be used for atom. There are some setting is missing. For this, you have to check that setting. For the current setting they have done in the configuration. images from material type header, material type.
So have it.
Stock item.
Hello.
It's very slow. Let's see. It's hung actually. Type RO cannot be used with non-stop activity. So actually the atom we have created, that is a non-stock, but generally we are using the stock atoms only. Okay. Because see, if you see this one, so whenever you are going to create, they use the stock atoms only. Okay, suppose this is stock, this is LC. Now this one, okay. So this is the alternative one which is already created for this material, where you can see all the stock atoms. Okay, this one. So ROH material, raw material types. Okay. So as this is the practice server, okay. So someone had changed that material type. You go here, so we can't see that material type as well. Correct. ROH material type. Someone has changed this one at ROH. ROH. Not, this is not, someone has said this material type. ROH. ROH. See, the ROH sound, this is not the correct one. So has been created. Okay. So, okay, we consider this material. Okay, this form 1. Here, you can see these are the materials are assigned. Okay, so in this way we can create the material. You can create the material for non-stop atom as well. Okay, but if that is required, otherwise you can't do that. Okay, generally we always create with the category L because we need the stock, right? So if the material category would be the stock atom L, then only we can keep stock for that material. Okay, and we need the stock to manufacture the material. Okay, so, but along with that, we can also add the document atom or text atom into this as an atom category. Also on the help portal. So, like for example, for the bill of material. Okay, so what is the definition of bill of material? Okay, okay. So this one.